All right, all right. Let's see. How is this? Is this better? It looks better already on mine. Okay. All right. I guess the old computer restart was, it's sometimes you just need to restart your computer. I should have known. I should have known something was off when I couldn't get my audio to work. But then I thought to myself, well, I don't need my own audio, and it was showing okay on OBS. I could see, the little mixer bar where it shows that the volume's there. So, socket. Socket, welcome in. I maybe I'll kind of restart that conversation. I'm not sure what was heard, but Socket 23 and Mattershram in the PBE Survivor League have a lot riding on this game, this prime time game. Okay, if Detroit wins, Mattershram and Socket 23 move on, and then BBJ needs the sauce to win on Saturday's stream to move on. If New Orleans wins, BBJ needs the sloths to win the whole league. Millions of dollars on the line for these individuals. Millions, and it's a big deal for them because all of them really need that money. Okay, they've all been eating beans for dinner. Right? And not that I love beans for dinner, but if they're millionaires, they don't have to anymore. Detroit's top of the champs. New Orleans is bottom. And yeah, if Deion Sanders isn't here, probably not really a primetime game. Probably not. But we do have Juicy Jumbo facing Goaty McGoatface. We got the Juicy Jumbo, the Juicy Jambalaya. Now that they're in New Orleans, they have a pretty good ER. Both pitchers have pitched well against the opposing team this year, but Detroit has come out on top when these two pitchers faced off last time. Murphy LeSwift is having an excellent season. New Orleans recently acquired from OBX or at the beginning of the season, a move that had a lot to do with management. Murphy LeSwift's going to come in and try to carry New Orleans across the finish line here against the Demons. As it looks like Honk Shu and Jefferson Steelflex need to kind of pick it up. Let's go ahead and jump on into the game, considering everything so far. Now, please don't do this to me. Let's see, show options. Let's just double check some things. Because last time it wasn't so great. So I went in and the camera angles were all messed up. I'm not wide. That's what we want. No dynamic. We're good. Look at that. It's doing what we wanted it to do. Detroit, New Orleans. Oh, no. What is that? Oh, my. Come on. Oh, this is terrible. Why? What is this? Oh, no. Hold on. We're going to see if we can fix this. This is crazy. This is insane. Okay. We're not going to simulate anything. What we're going to do is I believe we're going to hit save game and leave. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Actually, you know what? Maybe if I change my view and then go back. So initial camera, default. Okay, that's strange. Why does this stuff always happen? Why can't we just, have a normal day? Just have a normal day of streaming. But yeah, we're gonna save game and leave. And then I'm gonna go ahead and hit play. Oh, I gotta figure out how to do this. Can I go back into the game? I might just force quit OOTP and redo this here. Because I'm not really sure how to get back into that. Continue simulation. No, we don't want to do RTS. I know. Oh, this is I don't know why it does this to me. Let's see. Does anyone know how to get back in without Without screwing it up. The live coverage screen. Okay. Yeah. Well, we started the game and immediately we had some gray bar just sitting across the line there. And I'm trying to get back into our game here. To be honest with you, this is frustrating, but it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get through this. No, we don't want to do real time. That I know. Complete all games. No, we don't want to do that. Tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna force quit and just head back in. We've already we're barely into any games. I hate to do it. But without anyone having without having the answer at the tip of my tongue here, because they're not really giving me a play option here. I know, Poe. I'd rather do it now that we're like literally one run in, or one out into a game. Let's just take a breath. Take a breath. No pressure. Everything's fine. We start the stream. No one can hear anything. We start it again. A massive gray bar sitting across the bottom. All right, we'll be right back on that. Just give me 1 second. You know what, Poe? You're gonna hit a home run now. I can sense it. And now I see a message from Enoch. I could have saved myself so much of a headache. Why do they do this? Well, the good news is we're right back, and we're already on the 24th, so we can get right into the game. Let's go manage game. Let's just hit start game. Let's just see. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. If we got a gray bar, I'm walking away. And look at that. Look at that, Poe. Poe, are we friends again? Are we friends again, Poe? We're into it. This is the most fun I've ever had. Only 2 things going wrong, and in a short period of time. The truth is, I'm the problem. And the worst part is I can't lean on anyone saying it's not my fault because I made Joe. So go ahead and blow me up in a media post. Let me know how I failed the league. We got sponsors today. The only thing that's gone right so far is that I've gotten all the information for the stream. I was set up for the stream. 9:45 a.m. I was set up for this 10 a.m. stream. And here we are, greater than a half hour later, and we're finally watching PB baseball. And what's going on? Detroit's starting off with some hits. They're going to be up 2-0, top of the first. Juicy Jumbo had a 1.93 ERA the last time these two teams faced off. But he's going to have to lock it in here to keep that ERA nice and smooth. Oh, yeah, we'll get our sponsorship in. Don't worry. I got everyone. As Goaty McGoatface takes the mound, New Orleans gets a runner on. We'll do it here we'll do it after the first. I know, KDR. Put it in GM chat that I'm terrible or something. That's how it is. All right, let's just read the sponsor so we can get this stream back on track. My sponsor today is Dax Fantasy Football Advice. Are you too good at fantasy football? Want to take a step back and become a loser? Oh, that's a little harsh. I should have read this first. Please contact Dak on who not to pick up on the waiver wire and ask him how many times he's won his own fantasy football league. Again, that's Dak's fantasy football advice for those too good at fantasy football. Resolve your problems today. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I blame Bazooka Joe because I'm just saying when Bazooka Joe's been here, no technical difficulty. Bazooka Joe leaves, everything's off. Blame Bazooka Joe. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, Juicy Jumbo on the mound, still struggling, giving up 2 runs in the first 2 innings alone. Dinger Dollarson now standing on first. Let's go ahead and click through that animation. Biff Slamis then puts one into the left field down the line. We're going to have a runner on second. And, well, that Dollarson came all the way around and scored. So 5-0 Detroit. Mattersham and Socket are perhaps feeling a little safe right now as Detroit continues to pile it on. And Juicy Jumbo comes in with an absolutely important strikeout there because they cannot let things get more out of control if they want to give their team a chance. And that's going to come with Jefferson Steelflex, who's going to continue to be a cold hitter. Batting 209. Then we got Ashley Joanna Williams striking out. And Aaron Rising the third hits one to the third baseman and it's caught. 1-2-3 goes the Rougarous. And now Ravon Sean, the center fielder, hits one down the right field line. Detroit's batting cannot be cooled off. They really have been getting better and better as the season goes on. And you're just kind of seeing what they can do here in the early goings of the Full Moon Stadium battle. And that gets down. Livingston Tweedlecock puts one into the outfield, batting 253. Sir Poe, who's 1 for 1 with a double and a home run so far on stream, hits one to left field, and that one's gone. Sir Poe, 2 home runs, 2 for 2 with 2 home runs and a double. Of course, the double will never count, but wow. Well, Elfiner, you're going to have to wait this year. You're batting 300. Sidney Johnson, former Hepcat, gets on first. Abigail Mills flies out in the infield. Hog Shu rips one to the second baseman. No double play, though, as we're going to see Lou Williams just make the easy play over to Elfenerd. A.J. Boucher cracks one. This is going to land in Livingston Tweedlecock's glove. 8-0 Detroit through 3. Here's Elfenerd. Cracks one. You want your luck? There you go, All-Star. I told you had to wait. You're going to get it. Apparently, this is just a call your shot stream. So if you guys want to if your player's playing, just say I'm going to hit a home run and it's going to happen. That's what's been going on so far. This is the call your shot primetime game. Whatever you want to happen, just put it in chat. It's going to happen. Olden Jam walks. Oh, Jim Hawkins. Please, Jim Hawkins, no. Don't do that. Second and third, 1 out. Good play by Yeetaball to keep the runners from advancing. Infield was playing in, it seemed. And then a passed ball is going to allow another run to score. We're into a double-digit lead here for Detroit, and it's not ending. It's not ending. All right, through 3.5, Detroit's scoring multiple runs in every inning. I'd like to see New Orleans just, get a good, maybe Jefferson Steelflex get a couple hits here just to get out of the groove. Not happening in that at-bat. Ashley Joanna Williams stands in the box as the ball goes past. Bullworm to second. Joanna Williams line out to shortstop. Holden Jam squeezes it in the leather. And we're through 4, 10-0 Detroit. I think Mattersham and Socket can feel pretty good. Feel pretty good about what's going on in their Guillotine League. And now Detroit's got another runner in scoring position. Sebastian Telfair on the mound. Boerum able to knock that one down to prevent the runner from advancing. Runner on first and second. Here's Dazengile. Dazengile hits one hard to the shortstop. Shortstop boots it. Honk Shoe boots it. Now we got bases loaded. 2 outs with that strikeout. And then a rip down the line. Fielded by Ryzan the third. And we get a little 3-1 put out to end the top of the fifth. Okay, New Orleans starting off with their base runner. Now, if they come back, that would be insane. That would be a fun one. Abigail Mills puts one in the outfield. So a little dink and dunk, runner on first and second. They just got to keep it going. Honk Shoe flies out to right field. Okay, AJ Boucher walks. Now this is Murphy Le RBI. This is Murphy Le RBI batting .317. Okay. All right, the game really played the music for that. I don't know if you guys could hear that. I thought someone got into my Discord chat. I'm like, who is blowing up the soundboard? Murphy Le RBI. Coming through for New Orleans. Bringing them back to at least smelling a chance in this game. Because that kitchen had nothing cooking. But Murphy Le RBI with his 9th home run, a grand slam, cuts the lead from 10-6. But New Orleans is going to need to keep Detroit off the base paths. Here's a double play ball, and I think the fielding coach needs to have a little word with these guys. You're in the big leagues now. You can't be doing this. Runner in scoring position for Detroit. Has that not been the case all day? It sure feels like it. Serpo, for the first time, not hitting one over the wall. Dinger Dollarson hits one to the shortstop. The play is made, and now New Orleans has had a couple of zeros in a row. Steelflex still cold, 0 for 3. Williams lining out the third, 2 outs already. Aaron Rising in the third, watches the third strike come across the plate. Upper corner, upper inside pitch. That was a fastball, 98 inside. Could not turn on it. We're into the top of the 7th. Biff Slamus walks once again. Detroit with base runners. Alpha Nerd walks. And now a double play ball does not turn it yet again. So Dazengao gets on with a fielder's choice. Runners on the corners, 1 away, holding jam. And New Orleans Bull Worm able to throw out the runner trying to steal. Dazengao tried to take second. And then Maximilian Porter gets a strikeout. So they get out of the top of the 7th with no runs, even after having the two leadoff runners get on. They still need runs, though. New Orleans has been doing better the last couple innings, but they're still far from out of this one. Still far from getting back into this one, I should say, as Honk Shoe lines out to center. New Orleans down to their final 6 outs. Ravon Sean out to first. And Lou Williams, between the first and second baseman, they're going to have a single. Another runner for Detroit. Livingston Tweedlecock to third. Double play ball? No. We should expect by now. Okay, no game sound coming through. That's probably a good thing, because I'm not going to lie. That game sound can be pretty obnoxious. And what was that? That was a foul ball, I think. And Detroit's going to continue to put it on here as 2 more runs come across in a double that saw them take advantage of a strange cutoff decision. So now we got a runner on third with 2 outs. The lead is back up to 8. And that's going to be it. New Orleans has 6 outs now to score 8 runs, 5 outs to score 8 runs. Okay, 4 outs. And 3 outs. 1, 2, 3. Goaty McGoatface still in. Throwing a gem here. 111 pitches. I don't think we'll see him next inning. As Elfinard rips one down the line. Is that going to be a double? It is. Elfinard in with a double. 18 hits for Detroit. Baseball does not have a mercy rule, at least not in this game. We're going to have... Okay. Elfinard made a poor decision around third, but maybe that was Elfinard giving them the mercy rule. So I know, there we go. That's what the game sound is. Now you guys can probably hear it. Yeah, they really pump in the noise on this game. And Detroit wins this in dominant fashion. And the graph pretty much accurately tells the story. It was Detroit's game from the first inning, first at bat. Serpo hit a solo home run to lead the game off, and Detroit never looked back, constantly putting runners on base. New Orleans had the grand slam for Murphy the RBI, and in a world where the pitching prevented 12 runs, maybe they could have pulled one out there. But congratulations to Mattersham and Sockett for moving on in the Guillotine League. As you can see, many players in New Orleans were used. 5 relief pitchers. Every relief pitcher they had was used in this outing. Serpo is your player of the game. Congratulations to them. It's been this kind of day where everything that seems to want, anything that could go wrong is going wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and save right off the bat. And we're going to go through the scores. We got Raptors taking down the Surge 4-0 as the Raptors continue to improve as the season goes on. They're obviously still 16-52, but from their earlier projections, they are getting better. As we get 3 RBIs from Romain Gauthier. And on the other side, we had multiple hit days from Itzumi Mew and J.C. Tomlin. The pitching line score, Swishman took the loss, and Miller, Thunder Miller, gets the win. They're first of the season. They're 1-13. They get a player of the game as well. So that's got to feel good. Crabs Pathfinders. Crab wine was on sale today as the Crabs defeat Toronto 5-4. Close game. 3 hits from Beryl Summers in Providence. 3 hits from Rodrigo Wallach in Toronto. Khan gets the loss. Kim Ji-woo gets the win. Kim Ji-woo is your player of the game. Voyagers Vandals. Vandals win this one 10-3. That dominant offense of the Vandals. I just really don't know how you stop them. They're my week 3 favorite to win it all. That you could see this coming seasons ago. You could see this lineup building into something special. Still a lot of work to do. Still a lot of teams that can win, but Vandals are looking really good. Multiple multi-hit dates throughout that lineup. The only person not getting hit is Danny Burgers. Matter of fact, they didn't even get on base, I don't think. No, they did because they got a run, so they must have maybe got on by a fielder's choice or something of that category there. The multiple hit day from Ethan Shadow with 2 RBIs for New York. Taylor Adkins gets a loss. Thor Lore with the win. Steven Strange, your player of the game. Special note, Brooks Walker ties the Van regular season game record for stolen bases with 5. Brooks Walker with 5 stolen bases. Lord almighty. Woo! Those bases were free for him. That's crazy. That actually is insane. Sloss Aviators. Sloss scores many runs as Brooks Walker had steals in this one as they take down the Aviators. OBX getting multiple hit days from starting pitcher and Patrick Eschenbach, my rival out in left field, same class as me. Both came up, got put into left field, and they've been doing better. So they've been doing better than me historically. So congrats to Patrick Eschenbach. That's Trap Hags' player. Trantau and Jerry Mander with 3 hits apiece over in San Antonio. Chad Innings Eater's going to be your player of the game, pitching 6 1/3, getting the win. Just over 100 pitches, only giving up that 1 earned run. As Sniper King takes a loss. That's it for the Legends. Let's go through the Champions games that we haven't seen yet. Serpents beat the Space Rangers. Space Rangers took an early lead in the second. But then it was all Seattle from there. As the only players going hitless is Jim Hawkins, who left 5 on base. Thanks, Bazooka, for making this Call Your Shot stream continue. Meanie guy. Car crash in Old House with multiple hit days in Lunar Base. 4 hit day from Zach Johnson III in Seattle. Ivy DeVries gets the win, going 6-6 on the year. Only 2 runs in this one. 3.21 ERA so far. George Braxton takes the loss. And Pee Wee Rides is your player of the game. Toros Stars. Toros win 5-1. I've seen this score a couple times today. And over on the Nashville side, multiple days from Levine and Hayden Andrews Jr. Andrews Jr. with the only RBI for Nashville. 3 RBI a day for Scotty Sterling. The old man continues to roll around and do good things in this league. Batting .288 with 15 home runs this year. Pedro Martini gets the win. Cotswold the save. Warren Peace, one of my favorite names, but this one they take the loss. Pedro Martini is your player of the game. Apex Scorpions 4-3. This was a close one, and Apex did their best to come back in the top of the ninth as Odin Chiki-san hit a run-scoring double off Ray Xavier, but it was not enough as they ultimately fell short. Saikoto Montalban. Oh, I know that's not how you pronounce it. Someone told me how to pronounce it. I forgot. Maybe that's Matthew Montalban. I'm just kidding. I don't remember what it is, but I know I'm not pronouncing it right. But I can't read. Can't read in English. How can I read in another language here? Anyways, Bass Reeves gets an RBI. So does Melo Mastur. Devato gets the win. Devivor Votto gets the win. Ray Xavier with the save. Noble with the loss. Devivor Votto is your player of the game, pitching 7 1/3, 103 pitches. That's it for the majors. We're going on down to the minors. We got Firehawks, Bruce City. Firehawks, both these teams doing well this season. Firehawks get the win. You can blame Bazooka Joe for that one, Bruce City. He made a conscious decision to abandon you, to take care of his family. That fool. So multiple hit days from Deion Sandals and Ethan King. Sandals batting .212 on the year. He's been mentioned in chat a few times. 4 hits altogether in Brew City, so a pretty quiet day. The crowd went mild there. Takahashi got the loss. Slip and Jimmy gets the win. Slip and Jimmy's your player of the game, going 8 1/3, only 1 earned run. Hepcats sacrifice themselves to the Bot Ranas, 3-6. As multiple days from Kirkland, Perez, and Whittle were not enough to get Kansas City across the finish line as Luke Sidaway takes the loss. Scoops Cunningham, the Bot, was the player of the game. We're going to go to the Mingos Dillos. Battle of a couple playoff hopefuls here. And this one was close, and it came to the bottom of the ninth. A walk-off. Let's see that bottom of the ninth walk-off, shall we? We'll relive it in our mind. So hit by pitch, runner on first, and then a single. So we got second to third. So runner on the corners, it seems. Runners on the corners. Called strike, error. Okay, so we had an error. Interesting. So at that point, we had runner on first and second. Runner came across. Fielder's choice, so they get it out. Tries to third, safe, trail runner out. So there's 2 outs at this point. Then another walk, and then a single. So they made a pitching change and gave up the single. So 2 outs. They were 1 out away. 1 out away from getting that to extra innings, and they didn't do it. But Esteban Santos Garcia, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, 2 hits apiece for Greer and Anderson. Florida pitching, we got Johnson with the win. I'm unfamiliar with this one. Reed Johnson gets the win. And this one's Tommy Johns, obviously. That one's, yeah. No Tommy E. Johns, even. And that Tommy E. Johns is your player of the game. Wheelers Kingpins. Wheelers shut out the Kingpins 5-0. 3 hits apiece for Parker, Laramie. 2 hits for D. Fernandez Jr., Miles Meredith. So everyone in Anchorage really putting it on. Everyone in Chicago pretty much getting a hit, but obviously nothing was really strung together. As Holman gets the win, Renji gets the loss. Miles Meredith is your player of the game. State College Swifties, Louisville Lemurs, 7-3 Swifties over the Dak Cookie Monster Lemurs. Love that logo. Duke Newsom with multiple hits. Ozzie Robinson with multiple hits and RBI. RBI goes to Carl Beatty as well. But on this side, we had a 3-for-5 day from Matthew T. Brown with an RBI and Adam Confused with a hit and 3 RBIs. That was a 3-run home run. Abner with the win. Renzo lost. Antonio Abner is your player of the game. And that is it for the 24th. This 24th took forever, and it took years off my life. That was awful. There was no reason. There was no reason. Everything that could go wrong went wrong on today's stream so far. But we're cruising now. We're cruising so much so that we're going to the 25th, and we got Chicago and Anchorage today. A little sorry, people are trying to hit me up on Steam. I said, please don't. I'm trying to open this text file here so I can look at my stream schedule. Yeah, we got Chicago at Anchorage. Now, to be honest, I'm not going to waste a lot of time because we've already been streaming for a while, and we've only through a day, so I'm going to go ahead and get right to it. But I'm going to give a click to pick. Let's see. Dave. I'm a big Dave fan. I'm picking Dave. Dave's hot, and that's Dave. Dave does Dave things. Dave's a good guy. We love Dave. Dave Bappy person. I'm gonna go ahead and start this one. Let's go. Let's watch some minor league baseball. Scud Muffin pitching. JD Pants hitting. Out. King Lock grounds out to the second baseman. Bob Oliver as they call him, Bob O. Scud Muffin gets a 1-2-3 inning for the Wheelers. J.M. Hendry on the mound. Grounds the second baseman. The second baseman picks it up. Makes a play. So 4 at-bats, 4 outs. Much different from the last game. And Angel de la Fuerte strikes out. And now Stetson Laramie. Walk. So first base runner of the game. And they're not going anywhere as D. Fernandez Jr. hits it to Fromas. And Fromas puts it away. Christopher Hoff trying to give Chicago their first base runner, not doing it that at bat. Tank Fromas walk. So now Chicago's got their first base runner. So each team's get one base runner apiece based on walks. And there's your first hit. Dave. Hey, that's my click to pick Dave. Good guy, Dave. We love Dave. Oh, and he should not have tried to stretch that as he ends up getting the first hit, but then gets thrown out trying to get to second. I thought he was safe, but, that's just me. I'm a little biased towards Dave. I'm a little biased. All right, JMH pitching. Bob Oliver, Bob O, pops out. 2 outs. Henry Magic strikes out. Not a lot going on so far offensively in this one as Vega's going to try to change that. Caught in center field by Magic. It's caught by Magic. One-hit wonder does it. A one-hit wonder does the one hit. And it was wonderful, putting Chicago up 1-0. Only the second hit of the ball game after the first hit immediately ended an inning as the runner tried to stretch it. That was Dave. And now Chicago finds himself up 1-0. Scud Muffin's been pitching absolutely fantastic. Just that one pitch to the one-hit wonder is the only run so far. And now JMH back on the mound. Javier Hayez batting with 1 out. Caught in center by Mint. Sammy Parker batting. Safe. Pitcher could not get over to cover the bag, and now Anchorage has their first runner, and the first runner is in scoring position with a steal. And Angel de la Fuerte able to tie the game up with a hit. Does not, as Dave able to make the defensive play. We call him Defensive Dave. Gumby Phillips batting against Scud Muffin. There's an out. Christopher Hoff hitting it to center. That's down. Third hit for Chicago. They're starting to rack up over there as Tank Fromas goes out in the fourth, and then Tank Fromas gets on with a fielder's choice and then gets thrown out, picked off at first base. So the threat is over. Stetson Laramie grounds out. D. Fernandez does not ground out. We're going to get an error on Dave. Defensive Dave does an error, and now Anchorage has a runner on first. Miles Meredith hits into a double play. And just like that, we're moving on. Scud Muffin, back pitching. Ellie Mint, giving them a runner with no outs. Maybe this could mean something. Not yet. Dave lines out to center. Emilian Vega, over the head of Javier Hayez. And now we got a runner on first and second, one out for one hit hunter who hit a home run. And this time they hit into a double play. I mean, they are not a two-hit wonder, right? It's in the name. It's in the name. All right, J.M. Hendry back out there for Bobo. Bobo grounds out. We got some magic at the plate. And magically, they're no longer at the plate. Parker Steele grounds the pitcher. J.M. Hendry picks it up. Throws it over to Pants. And Pants is at first and catches it. Now he's in the batter's box. And he grounds out. 4-3 ground out. King Lock. Down he goes. Gumby Phillips. Pops one center. Caught. This game's cruising. Javier Hayez strikes out. Sammy Parker flies to center. Caught. Angel de la Fuerte, the right fielder, batting, hoping to get something going with 2 outs. Does not, as this time J.M. Hendry able to cover the bag. Christopher Hoff, the DH, swings. And Kramas swings as well. Both of the swings resulting in outs. Ellie Mint, center fielder, pops one up. Caught by the catcher in foul territory, and that's 1-2-3 for Scud. Stetson Laramie pops one to center. D. Fernandez Jr. hits one. This is also to center. Ellie Mint catches this one, and now Miles Meredith walks. So a base runner for Anchorage, but 2 outs. Bobo needs to do something with it, and that is going to be another out to center. So all 3 outs coming. Going to center field. We have F8, F8, a hit, and then another F8. Scud Muffin back on the mound. Both pitchers doing very well. Just Chicago's got that one-hit wonder going for them so far. Vegas sneaks one in. So a little insurance maybe on the horizon as Scud had to come out. Things were getting a little sketchy there with runner on first and second, 1 away, and it's going to be Roomba McIntosh coming in and getting it out. And then Roomba McIntosh gives a hit to King Lock, and Chicago's going to have an insurance run, but they're only going to have 1 insurance run. As for some reason that runner decided to try to stretch it out. That wasn't a good idea. Magic, trying to get some magic going for Anchorage. They're down by 2, 5 outs. Steele gets on base. So here we go, a base runner, then a strikeout. Sammy Parker hits one to the shortstop. Shortstop throws it over to first. That's going to end the 8th. So we're into the last inning here. Gumby Phillips at the plate. Check swing walk. Christopher Hoff rips one. That's a double play ball if I ever saw it, and it is. Some good defense in this game. I'm going to say that, because that's the 3rd out. Roomba McIntosh does his job there, and now it's all up to the Wheelers' bats. Angel de la Fuerte sits with the bat on the shoulder, and outside curve. Curveball on the outside. Gets him. Stetson Laramie grounds 4-3. Put out. D. Fernandez Jr. needs to get a hit to keep this thing going. And they get a walk. Excuse me. They could also walk or get hit by pitch. Okay. Then Mickey Martino tries to pick D. Fernandez off, and the ball gets past the first baseman. So now Miles Meredith, who's got 7 home runs on the year, has an opportunity here. They ground out to the third baseman. That's going to be it. Chicago wins this one in a kind of a drowsy affair for the batters. Only 1 hit for the Wheelers. Chicago with that home run by 1-hit wonder. And then another RBI with 2 outs by King Lock. That was after McIntosh came in. The only hit coming from Parker, from Sammy Parker for Anchorage. So JMH gets a win. Scud takes the tough luck loss, going 90 pitches, 1 earned run. Actually pitched pretty darn fantastic. Their ERAs are still only 2.72. So Anchorage pitching fantastic in that game. The bats were just asleep. Let's go through these box scores. Hepcats stopped the bots here, getting their 30th win on the season, trying to crawl back to 500 somehow, some way. And in Kansas City, we're going to get 4 for 4 day from player to be named later with an RBI and a walk. So got on in all 5 plate appearances. And Elijah Miller goes 6 innings, only 1 earned run. And they're going to get player of the game, but I would argue player to be named later might be my pick for that. Dillos Mingos. Mingos wins 7-0 as there was nothing going on the Dillos batting side. A couple of hits here and there spread out throughout the game, and then a lot of 2-run hits. We had a 2-run single in the bottom of the second from Fortune, 2-run home run in the bottom of the third from Briggs, and a 2-run home run in the bottom of the seventh for Luca. So a lot of 2 RBI swings there, as Animal Kingdom gets the win and Bartolo Colon takes the loss. Firehawks Bears. Firehawks win this one. Chicago. Oops. Yeah, okay. Firehawks win this one 3-1. And look at all those hits from California. Everyone was contributing. And when you contribute at the right time, you win the game. Bruce City, multiple hit days from Ruiz Jr., Krog, Valor III, JB Rainier, 0 for 3. They struck out twice and left 4 runners on base. How do you like that, Bazooka? Count Crabula with the loss. Well, yeah, not everyone, but Werewolf didn't, but they did what they needed to defensively. So you're the shortstop. If you're doing what you need to do defensively, that also contributes. Pebbles gets the win. Shingo with the save. Krabby Pebbles is your player of the game. Swifties won yesterday. They lose today, 19-6. An absolute pounding put on here by Louisville. Almost everyone getting multiple hits. Everyone did get a hit, and 5 RBIs from Teobald, Mr. TL. Mr. TL gets multiple hits and 5 RBIs. 3 hit days from Slow and Rule on the other side. There's a lot of crooked numbers in these batting line scores. If you played in this one and you're a batter, you're probably happy. If you're a pitcher, you're probably not too happy. But Griep gets the loss. 8 runs, only 1 earned run. So 8 runs were given up, only 1 of them earned. Over on the other side, the winning pitcher had 6 earned runs. Every single one of his runs were earned. Shigeno. Okay. Shigeno. Got it. Shigeno. Okay. Yeah. So that stinks. 6 earned runs, you get the win. You only give them 1 earned run, but you get the loss. But that's just how it goes. Duke Nukem ties the Louisville Lemur regular game season record with 4 runs. Duke Nukem had 4 runs. Let's go up to Champions Conference ball. We got Scorps Apex. Scorps win this one 7-2. As Bummus pitched a strong outing for DVS. And Ted Giannalis with 3 hits, 3 for 4 day, but 2 RBIs given by Launch Angle. And Melo Mastur, Indianapolis, had 2 RBIs from Isaac Yatef, but that's not enough. That's not enough as Death Valley takes this one. Bernard gets the loss. Oh, it's a Bummus going 6 2/3 is your player of the game. Rougarous Demons. And look at this. Now the Rougarous win. 6-3. Shram and Sackett are like, woo. Thank God it wasn't this one that was the prime time. They got to relax through the primetime game, but New Orleans wins this one. The old Rougarous. Go ahead and let's see here. 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Bashir. 3 hits for the Bullworm. Ashley Joanna Williams. Oh, I nailed it. 2 for 4 day with 2 RBIs. Detroit. 1 hit apiece from nearly everyone, but Slamus and Nerd. Again, they're not when it's not timely hitting. It's just hits. Nothing to them. As Strider gets a loss. Schlossberg with the win. Captain with the hold, and eat a ball with the save. Stars, Toros. Toros win this one as they stay hot. Getting the home win here is Troy Murphy, went 3 for 4 with 3 runs and an RBI. So Troy Murphy getting on base often and scoring often. Tyler Deathridge with a hit and 2 RBIs. And Scotty Sterling, who had a good day yesterday with 3 for 5, 3 RBIs, and a run. In Nashville, multiple hit day from Otaj, Lincoln Mercury, and Andrews Jr., but Zach Mulder's going to get the loss as the bullpen was used heavily in this one. As Cancun still got the win from Benico. Cotswold the save. Player of the game is going to be Troy Murphy. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Space Rangers, Serpents. Serpents win this one. As we go and look, I can't help but eye my player as they continue to drop an average. Just a horrible season so far. That's how I'm feeling about it. But it is what it is. As the team wins this one, 2 hits for Zach Johnson, the third. Everyone getting a hit, but Pee Wee Rise and Jim Hawkins. And Lunar Base getting a multiple hit day from Big Red Rock Eater. But that ain't enough as Chris Cash gets the win. Taco Bell the save. Chris Cash is your player of the game. Iceman gets the loss. Let's go up to the Legends. Aviators loss. This one took 14 innings. But when that top of the 14th came around, OBX sure did take advantage of it. Shrimp McDaniel hit a 2-run home run. That would be all they need, as San Antonio was unable to capitalize on anything in the bottom of the 14th. San Antonio pitching. The loss goes to Emil. L.O. Emil. And the win goes to McIntosh. Johnny Tatum's going to be the player of the game. That's a starting pitcher for the Sloths. But they do not win. So another extra innings game here. In the bottom of the 10th, the Pathfinders with a walk-off. That would be Barker Bubbs hitting a run-scoring single balls off of Cologne. And that was the only multiple hit day for Toronto. We have Cassius Considerations with 3 hits for Providence, and Abel with the blown save, Cologne with the loss, a miss with the win, and Joe Random is your player of the game. And Raptors Surge. Raptors beat the Surge again. Okay, so Raptors actually take the series at home against Buffalo, winning this one 7-3. Arthur Dent going 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs, 2 hit days for Hughes, Mateau, and back again as well. And Buffalo, Kerry Kelly getting 2 hits, batting .240 on the season. That's former MVP Kelly. J.C. Tomlin with 3 hits. Buffalo pitching line score. We got Femi Namanon with the loss. PKVS win. Guess who with the hold? And Leroy Wolf gets a save. Arthur Dent with the incredible batting performance is your player of the game. Last game of the day is Voyagers Vandals. Voyagers win this one 9-4. 9-4, Voy Boys win. 4 for 5 day for Nolan Teague. 4 runs, 3 RBIs. That's player of the game type stuff. We'll see if it is. Vancouver's lineup still getting hits, still getting runs, but not enough in this one as the Voyagers decided to show up. Nolan Teague is the player of the game, and they tie the New York Voyagers regular season game record for home runs with 3. Okay, so they had 3 home runs. That is player of the game stuff. I wasn't even tracking that, but it could have been a lot worse actually. Think about that. 3 home runs and 3 RBIs, all solo shots. Their team was robbing them of some RBIs there. All right, where are we at? We have an off day here on the 26th, and then we just roll right into the 27th. And we got Seattle and Cancun. Okay, so I get to watch Jim Hawkins roll around. Do something, right? Get a little stick and poke him. Do something, Jim. Yeah, that's a tough one when you got to watch your own player, because I'm not so excited. I'm not so excited about that. All right. Give me one second here. Do you want to smell like a wet dog? It's TDen. Have his asparagus bee cologne. Speaking of which, again, this stream is brought by Dax Fantasy Football Advice. Are you too good at fantasy football? Do you need to take a step back and become a loser? Please contact Dak on who not to pick up on the waiver wire and ask him how many times he's won his own fantasy league. Again, that's Dak's Fantasy Football Advice. Become a loser today. All right. We're going to top into this one. I don't see a reason to delay. This stream has already been off the rails too much with 3 different technical difficulties, and I'm just trying to, I'm playing catch up here. 51 minutes in, and we're going to start off with that Can You Take Me Higher? Round out. Ryan Lee on the mound. Pitching to Jimmy Arenado. Check swing strike. That was in the zone either way. Should have just tried to swing at it. Now, Commander Warsmoke, first hit of the day, landing in right field. Runner on first for Zach Johnson. Zach Johnson pops one up. That should be caught, and it is by the first baseman, Salvatore Bonpensiero. Scotty Sterling, who's had a really good day on stream, does not get on base to lead the Cancun Toros off, but a player to keep an eye on for sure is Troy Murphy. Grounds out. Tyler Deathridge is second baseman. Slaps one into left. And Jim Hawkins, would you believe it? He watches it land in front of him. And Arya Blue Sky gets a strikeout on Feko Ikao to end that half of the inning. I think, yeah, for some reason when Joe was here, the technical smoothness of the stream was a lot better. Certainly my lips are more dry from, having to continue to talk the whole time. There's Jim Hawkins. Yeah, that's gone. Jimmy finally does something. That's his first hit of the stream. Pretty good one, I guess. But, yeah, no, when Joe's here, things are a lot, you're not talking as much, because Joe doesn't shut up. So, it's kind of a blessing. It's a blessing and a curse. As Blue Sky back in the mound, striking out Bonpensiero. Victor Cortez, the shortstop, hitting the other shortstop. Pee Wee Rise makes the play over to Warsmoke. Menji Berlina strikes out, so Blue Sky with a quick inning. Can You Take Me Higher? Hits one to left field. Had a good exit velocity, but died down. All that hot air out in left field from Jim Hawkins last inning slowed that ball down. Murphy made the play. Jimmy Arenado, 6-3 put out. Commander Warsmoke got some pop in the bat. Not pop there, though. Is Ryan Lee gets a quick inning. We're into the bottom of the third. Napoleon Solo, DH, squeaks one underneath Pee Wee Rise. Now Cancun's got a runner on first, but Gnome Child hits into the double play on the cutter. And then Scotty Sterling goes down on strike. So we're through 3 pretty quickly. Zach Johnson goes down on strikes. Pass, gets some wood on the ball, but it's caught in right field by Scotty Sterling. And now we're Bandit Healers at the plate. Bandit Healer rips one down the line. That is down into the corner. And they're going to be on second. So now Pee Wee Rise with an RBI opportunity. Hits it to the shortstop. So shortstops are hitting to each other. Cortez to Rise. Rise to Cortez. That's how this is going. Troy Murphy trying to give Cancun a runner. Pops one high into the infield. No one calls off the catcher. Catcher makes a play. Tyler Deathridge, a second baseman, rips one to Hawkins. Hawkins puts it away. 2 outs. Feko Ikao strikes out. So Arya Blue Sky pitching very well so far. Jim Hawkins grounds it to Cortez. Cortez picks it up, throws it to Bonpensiero. 1 away. Bradley Willerman Jr., the DH, batting in the 9th spot. Hits one to Feko Ikao. Little 5-3 put out action there for 2 outs. Can You Take Me Higher? Lands one in the grass. So with 2 outs, Seattle has a runner on. Jimmy Arenado is going to have to wait as Mihayer steals second. So now a runner in scoring position. Jimmy Arenado, the third baseman, skies one in the infield. That's the end of that threat. Toro's still only down by 2, bottom of the 5th. If they get some base runners, they'll be cooking. Bonpensiero goes down. Shortstop Victor Cortez rips one to left field. That's going to be off the wall. Hawkins picks it up, hits the cutoff man Rise, but not before Cortez gets to second base. Cancun with the runner in scoring position. Brolina now hits one to right. Does not land, does not advance the runner. Napoleon Solo, the DH, hits one. That's going to be a run for the Toros. As the throw to home plate is way off the mark. Solo now on first. That's going to be caught in center by pass. But Cancun gets one back, and they're only trailing by 1 now. Plenty of time left in this game for them to come back. Commander Warstroke goes down. Zach Johnson, third. Right fielder swings, puts one out to right field. Right field to right field. Scotty Sterling puts it away past the center fielder. Pops one to the second baseman. Not a lot behind that ball. Easily put away by Tyler Deathridge. Scotty Sterling. Been hitting like a madman this stream. Yet to get a hit in this one. Troy Murphy, the left fielder, batting .287 with 7 home runs. Swings and a miss on that circle change. Inside circle change. And then a quick 4-pitch strikeout to Tyler Deathridge. And now Seattle's back with the bat. They really want to put some insurance runs on. It's not happening as everyone's striking out. And Jim Hawkins again hits it to the shortstop. A little 6-3 error action. And Jim Hawkins finds himself landing on base. Can't get on because you're good. Get on because they suck. No. Doesn't matter. Bradley Willerman Jr. grounds out. And Seattle still maintains a 1-run advantage. Both teams with 4 hits. This game could be tied at any moment. As that one's hit to the warning track. Caught by pass. Bonpensiero hits one to right fielder. Caught by Johnson. Cortez, shortstop to shortstop? No, shortstop to second base. As Mihire puts that half of the inning away. Mihire now is batting. Strike 3. Jimmy Arenado, 7th pitch of the at-bat is a walk. So a 7-pitch walk for Arenado. Warsmoke walks as well. So with Sada Pecora on the mound, Seattle might have a little insurance run cooking. As Zach Johnson rips one to left. That's out of here. That's his 10th home run of the season. And that is going to give Seattle some insurance heading into the 8th and 9th inning. Pass hits one at third base. That is a ground out. Bandit Healer, the catcher, strikes out. So that's it. Cancun down to their final 3 outs. And Brolina's starting things off strong, getting to second base. So Toros say, yeah, we're not done yet. As Solo grounds out, 5-3 put out, 1 away. Gnome Child swings off the second baseman. Mihire able to keep it in the infield, keeping that runner on second from advancing, but unable to get the out. So runner on first and second with 1 away. We turn to the top of the lineup. Scotty Sterling hits one to Mihire, passes to Pee Wee Rise, down to Warsmoke, and we got ourselves a 4-6-3 double play. So Cancun had something cooking. Just an unfortunate double play ball there. Keeps him from capitalizing. Pee Wee Rise grounds out. Jim Hawkins. Been on base twice, but only with 1 hit. Skies one here. And now Bradley Wellerman Jr. grounds one up the middle. They're going to have a base runner as we turn to the top of the order with Mihire. Mihire walks. So runner on first and second for Jimmy Arenado. Jimmy Arenado lines one to right field. That's going to be put away by Sterling, and we're heading into the bottom of the 9th. 4-run advantage for Seattle. 2 outs. 2 outs left for the Toros. We had Deathridge and Feko Ikao. Both these guys can get on base real quick. And there they are. Oikao. Double play ball. Yes! Barely gets Oikao at first base as Seattle beats Cancun 5-1 in what is a very close game. Seattle powered by the long ball as Jimmy Hawkins and Zach Johnson getting the only RBIs, both of them off of home runs. Both of them off home runs. Cancun not really getting a bunch of hits strung together when they needed to. Solo did get that RBI to bring him within 1, but ultimately Arya Blue Sky pitched lights out today. 8 strikeouts, only 1 earned run. Arya Blue Sky is going to be the player of the game as Lee gets the loss. Let's go around the Champions Conference. you stream champions, you start with their box scores. We're going to start in the upper left. We got Apex Space Rangers 11-3 Apex. Putting the hurt on those Space Boys. 4 for 5 day from Edward McKinley with an RBI and 2 runs. A lot of multi-hit days. Gagne with 3 hits as well. Over on the Lunar Base by 3 hits from that Arson Judge. Yeah, Aaron Judge is still in the minors. Arson Judge with 3 for 4 day, 2 for 4 day for Font and Baudreau as well. I cannot, why all these names I can't pronounce. Cool Chicken, Calm Chicken. He's a cool, calm chicken. Gets the win, 7-7 on the year as Olian Rakietev takes a loss, 1 for 12. Win to loss. Calm Chicken, player of the game. Stars Demons. Demons squeaked this one out in the bottom of the 10th after Nashville tied it up in the top of the 9th to make this one go to extra innings. But Detroit ultimately seized what was theirs. 3 for 5 day for Elfenerd with 4 home runs. He had 2 home runs in this one. 4 RBIs. Elfenerd had 2 home runs in this one. Both of them were 2 RBI shots. So both home runs with 1 person on base. Pitching-wise, Catarina lost. Bell 4 had the blown save in the 9th, but Pythagoras gets the win, pitching the top of the 10th. And Elfenerd's going to be your player of the game with those 2 home runs. Rougarou's Scorpions. Scorpions win this one 4-1. So that's it. That's going to be the New Orleans loss. There are only 2 hits for Honkshu, and that was the only 2 hits in the entire game for New Orleans. Montalban with 2 hits and Smalls with 2 hits on Death Valley. But Smalls with those 3 RBIs powers DVS across the finish line as Xavier Pruitt gets the win. Ray Xavier with the save. And Jackson gets the loss. Xavier Pruitt, player of the game, 8 innings, no earned runs. That's it for champions. Let's go to the legends. Vandals, powerful lineup. Takes down the Sloth, 5-1. Adding an insurance run at the top of the 9th, but not needed, as there was no fight and comeback in this one. Sloths had a lot of one-hit wonders on their own here. And Vancouver actually didn't get a ton of people contributing, but Brooks Walker with 2 hits, 2 runs, and then Lansdale with a hit and 2 RBIs. Actually, the 7, 8, 9 hitter all getting RBIs. As Holly Sheik gets the win, Mike Boss, a third, gets the loss. Player of the game is going to be Holly Sheet. Pathfinders Raptors. Pathfinders win this one 4-1. Lucas Winalito was a big part, it says, in the pitching, as they get the win, going 7 strong, only 1 earned run. Hitting-wise, the bottom of the order doing a lot of damage for Toronto here. As Boise unable to control that bottom of the order, that's going to cause a side duck loss. And Lucas Winalito, the starting pitcher for Toronto, is going to be your player of the game. Voyagers Crabs in a close one. Crabs were mounting a little bit of a comeback there on the top of the 9th. But the Voyagers ultimately able to put them away. 3 for 4 day for Nolan Teague. Nolan Teague's been a really good stream, at least the last couple games, as everybody's getting hits in New York. New York's just, everyone's getting hits. Mosquitoes and Ethan Shadow getting the RBIs. The 6, 7, 8 hitter, Cassie's consideration. Seymour Baltz and Mix Mayfield each getting RBIs in Providence. Fridjoff Nansen with the loss. Joe! Hey, thanks for the worst stream of the season. Yeah, well, whose fault is that, Joe? It's not Joey Moose Jr.'s. They get the win. They go 7 1/3 with 2 RBIs. Joey Moose Jr. is your player of the game. Surge Aviators, Joe sucks. Bazooka Joe sucks. Anyways, not as much as Dak does at Fantasy Football, though. Did I mention that this stream is brought by Dak's Fantasy Football Advice? Are you too good at Fantasy Football? Want to take a step back and become a loser? Hey, contact Dak today on who you should not pick up on the waiver wire and ask him how many times he's won his own Fantasy Football League. Now back to your regular broadcasting. Anyways, PB Experience says the Surge lose here 4-2. Surge win here 4-2. As we get 2 RBIs from Cadavra, an RBI from Alau, and it's Mimio. Going out of the pitching, Coffin with the win. Fittlepaldi gets a save. Jones with the loss. Kobe Coffin is your player of the game. We got some minor league scores. Let's go. Dillos Lemurs 10-9. Dillos win this one. It was a close one. Lots of runs, lots of hits, lots of crooked numbers. Let's call out Lestat and Lioncourt with 4 RBIs and Speedy McFly Jr. with 3 RBIs. Excellent day from them. Mortimer Dog also had a triple. Gerhardt gets the loss. The Big Rooster. Oh, yeah, the Big Rooster gets the win. I wonder what that's alluding to. Speedy McFly Jr. is your player of the game. Kingpins, Swift Steeds. Kingpins win 1-0. Beating the Swift Steeds in a game that had no offense outside of the bottom of the first inning. No one did anything. Christopher Hoff hit that run-scoring single off of Nasty Vaseline, and that was it. Chicago did everything they needed. Everything needed right there. Vaseline with the loss. Von Kautz with the win. Martino with the hold. Aventurin with the save. Nicky Vaseline. Nasty Vaseline, I call him. Nasty Vaseline. Play of the game. Wheelers. Firehawks. Wheelers. Firehawks. Oh, man, Dame, I'm glad you weren't here earlier, man. You would have been really disappointed with the outcome of today's stream. Yeah, well, my asparagus pea cologne, that does for some reason, you really like that one, Joe. I haven't been able to figure out why. Wheelers beat the Firehawks 5-0. Firehawks and the Wheelers looking to maybe collide record-wise tomorrow if Anchorage can pull off another victory. No RBIs in California. 2 RBIs for D. Fernandez Jr. in Anchorage. Multiple hit days from Laramie Fernandez Jr. and Steele. Steele with 3 RBIs. And Kingman pitched a complete game. So you know it. Jigs Kingman's going to be your player of the game. A complete game shutout. A complete game shutout. Only 3 strikeouts, so the defense pitch into his strengths. Letting his defenders do their job and getting those hits that result in outs. Mingo's Hepcats. Mingo's put it on 10-1. These Hepcats get throttled as Florida gets 5 RBIs from Gator McGraw. One of those being a grand slam. So that's a grand slam from Gator McGraw. 3 RBIs from Esteban Santos Garcia and AJ Justice with 2 hits in Kansas City. Ed Nasir takes the loss. Stu Macher with the win. Esteban Santos Garcia is your player of the game. Brew City. Brew City does not sacrifice themselves to the bots. Brew City does not. They win 5-2. As that's what they do. They're mean. They're mean and they're beating the bots. Everyone loves the frogs. Those Brew City GMs are just mean. Yeah, that mentioned was well, we'll get that Kansas City name. We'll get it next. JB Rainier 3 hits. Boo! Crowd hates that. The old Twilight beer can there gets 3 hits and an RBI. As Brew City's line score, Dub gets the win. Boom with the save. Jacked up, your player of the game, and that is it for July 27th. Saving on up. What do we got? What do we got coming up next? We got the 28th. I can do that. I can count up by 1. So we got the 28th coming up next. On the 28th, we got Florida and Kansas City. So Florida just throttled Kansas City. We'll see how it goes now. We got Ed Monington on the mound versus Tugboat. Tugboat's going to try to pull the Mingos across, but they're 0 for 1 so far this year against KCH. Now, where is this game taking place? What stadium did Kansas City take all their taxpayer dollars? Everyone in Kansas City, massive increase in their tax. And they took all this money and they built the stadium. And what did they name it? They named it the Center for Kansas City Kids That Can't Read Good. Specifically, the Bazooka Joe Center for Kansas City Kids That Can't Read Good. So, not only did Bazooka Joe take away, he took all the Kansas City taxpayers' dollars, and then he named the city after himself. That's incredible. I love that when we ask the community to pitch in for a stadium, and then we name it after ourselves. Genius move. Such a Bazooka Joe. Bazooka Joe is a villain. Bazooka Joe, funny, yeah, he's a philanthropist, but he didn't contribute. You know, he paid for the name. He didn't pay for the stadium here. Ah, taxpayer dollars going for Bazooka Joe to look good. I don't know what kind of campaign he's trying to run in this league. We'll find out. Yeah, you give me headaches. Let's go ahead and start. Let's go ahead and start this game. Ed Monington pitching to Gator McGraw. Gator McGraw with that grand slam. Why? Who asked you to change your camera angle? Who asked for that? I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and fix that. No, that's wide. That's okay. Well, I guess this is just this ballpark's camera angle. Never mind. It just looks strangely different in this one than it does in the other one. Whatever. You know, we like to switch things up here. Yeah, that's right. We like to switch things up, you know. 2 outs for Ed Monington, the bot. Esteban Santos Garcia. Oh, I kind of actually liked his view. I just don't like that I can't see the corners very well. But I don't hate it. Esteban Santos Garcia gets on via error. And then Brianna Rose Sabor grounds out to Stream Song. Stream Song to Justice. Kansas City coming up to bat. Bookie Mets hits one, left field, over the shortstop's head, dead down. Runner on first for KCH, AJ Justice. Strikes out. Player to be named later. Had that 5-for-5 game earlier in the stream. Starts off 1-for-1 here. Mets stretched into a runners on the corner situation. Double neck, batting .367, 14 home runs. Way late on that one. Wow, it was almost the second inning before he swung. And now Joe Kirkland grounds out to the shortstop. So Kansas City unable to capitalize on a runner on the corner situation with only one away, and now they're going to be back out there on defense as Luca walks. Runner on first for Florida. Florida pops one to left field. Bookie Mets underneath it. Caught, put away. Bookie Mets has played all over the place for this Kansas City team. They started at second. They played at center last year. Now they're over at left. They're just defensively, they're everywhere. Runner on first and second for the Florida Mingos now is Womber Bell with an opportunity. Swing and a miss. Outside of the zone, the circle change gets him to chase. Ed Monington now with an opportunity to get out of it, does not. Florida's going to take a 1-0 lead, and that's it. So a double for McScooty Fortune puts both runners in scoring position and one runner across the plate. Gator McGraw, swing and a miss. So Ed Monington gets out of it with only one run, but Florida does take the lead. Kansas City's going to need to capitalize on their opportunities, unlike last inning, if they want to win this one. Wyatt Whittle, center fielder, right up the gut. Picked up off the ground by Gator McGraw and hits the cutoff man. Runner on first for Kansas City. Now they're going to have a runner on second as the ball gets past Brianna Rose Sabor. Hold on 1 second. My wife is calling. Let me just answer quick. Okay. Well, apparently she just wanted to make sure that I would answer the phone. I don't know. Anyways, Kansas City's going to score 2 runs on a Bookie Mets ball to the warning track. I'm sure there's a... hold on here. Yeah. The old lady's texting me right now. You know, telling her that I am solo riding this one as Kansas City puts up another run. Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, we all love Neller. She's at the library calling me. She should be working. I'm gonna text her that. Start reading them books. The kids that can't read good. Oh, I think Neller would be a star on stream. She would be an absolute star. That lady's got a personality for the people. She goes on vacations. She makes all these music videos. She's so much life. Yeah, a Spanish simulcast would be great. I would love it. I would really enjoy it. Her dad's a massive baseball fan. He texted me. I had a job interview last week, and he texted me saying, I potential job move. I'm not sure if I'll take it or whatever, but he texted me, just think about it. You're like a closing pitcher coming in with the lead. You just need to get the final 3 outs. He's Dominican, so that's we relate through baseball. You know, as Kansas City continues to apply pressure to Florida, that run is going to score. So Kansas City up 4-1. And they do put another run across as Hannah Streetstrong grounds out. So Ed Monington back on the mound. Luca grounds out to Stavinskis. Jimmy Lumber. Swinging Lumber. Swinging Lumber good. Not Lumber far, though. Caught by the shortstop. F9. So 6-3, F9, and swinging strike. Wow, that was picked up fast. Oh, I don't know if I'd want her dad to join. He's a good dude, but yeah, I don't know. That might not be. This might not be his vibe. He's a very traditional man. I'll just say that. Very traditional. Not really. He does love ChatGPT. Player to be named later. Batting, runner on second. That is going to end the inning for the Hepcats. I think this might not be his vibe. Like this, the forum, portal experience. I know. I think the PB, is a great opportunity for people of all ages, but also people of certain, you got it. He's not really a computer guy, I think is the way to put it, right? I don't think you'd ever see him get on Discord or any of that. So, Dame ruined the forum. Dame made the forum awesome. We have a checklist, and now I can click player update page, and it just takes me straight to my update page. Roster page takes me straight to my roster page. You know how wonderful that is? People don't remember the difficulty of having to navigate to everything. I don't think so. Kansas City putting another run across with a walk. And now Buki Mets with an opportunity, bases loaded, does not push across any more runs, but Kansas City up 5-1. Ed Monington still out there pitching. And they might not be pitching for long if Florida starts putting together some hits here. Okay, he's in the wall. Ed Monington's probably leaving this game, and he is. And now bases are loaded for Florida. No outs. Bases loaded, 1 out. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bases loaded, 3 outs. Kansas City able to get their bots to pitch them out of that jam. As it felt like an opportunity for Florida to tie it up. A.J. Justice batting now. Takes me that would actually be awesome. If Dame left you that Easter egg of just sending you to the retirement page on every link you clicked. Like every link that Bazooka Joe clicked just sends him straight to retirement. Actually, this is a good idea for the portal. It's not a bad idea. This game's cruising along. We're into the 7th. 8 outs. 8 outs for Florida to get 4 runs. 7 outs. Okay, well, they only need 3 runs. Home run by Esteban Santos Garcia. A solo shot. Too bad he wasn't up when the bases were loaded. As Florida's getting something going here with 2 outs. And they're going to continue. That's 3 hits in a row for Florida. Tying run at the plate. And now tying runs at first. 3-5. Finally able to get out of that inning is definitely not Kevin Cahote, but can't help but think maybe he stayed in a couple batters too long. And Joe Kirkland's going to try to get things off for Hepcats. For the Hepcats, they need to get some of the runs back for insurance reasons. As Wilderman Perez hits one hard to right field, that is an RBI single. So Hepcats get 1 run back. Okay, now I'm starting to think Reed Johnson might have overstayed their welcome. Runners on the corners, no outs. for Stream Song. And that's going to be the first out. Well, if you're going to help him, Whittle helps him there. As that one gets over, so Kansas City gets both runs back that they gave up last inning. But they're 2 outs now, runner at first, and down goes Buki Met. So they get both runs back. Both teams score 2 runs in that inning. Florida still got work cut out for them. 5 outs to go. Miscudi Fortune walks. Gator McGraw. Pass ball. They're going to have a runner at scoring position. Gator McGraw's going to have a chance. Check swing. Walk. Okay, I guess there's check swing, ball, then walks. Boogie Briggs pop up. Second baseman comes in and makes the play. 2 outs. Kansas City cannot make the play. The pitcher cannot cover the bag for justice, but it's not going to matter as they get out of that bases loaded jam yet again. 4 outs have been made with the bases loaded today for the Hepcats. No runs have been scored in that scenario. Yeah, friggin' Bazooka Joe. I blame him. So his player to be named later gets on base. Gibson double neck walks. Nope, he gets hit. They hit that big son of a gun. Joe Kirkland at the plate. Joe Kirkland bombs one to left center. That's over the wall. That might be enough to put this one far out of reach. Perez grounds out. Whittle hits one to right field. Streamsong gets hit by the ball. Okay, that one might have been intentional. I'm not sure. You're down 10-3. Might feel it. All right, 3 outs for the Mingos. All right, they're down by 7, but that's a good way to start it if you want to come back. Jimmy Lumber pops out to the shortstop. 2 outs. All right, 1 out left for the Mingos. Grounds it to the shortstop. Shortstop makes the play. Barely gets a run, throwing over to Streamsong. Barely gets the runner going from first to second on the force, and that's going to end this one. Kansas City, Mingo scored first, but then Kansas City started piling it on. This was a home victory at the Joe Bazooka Joe Center for Kansas City Kids that can't read good. So we're all in this one here as Kansas City getting lots of multiple hit days. 3-3-3-4. That is the combination of Betts, Kirkland, Perez, and Whittle in their hit line score there. Florida getting middle of the order support. The first 2 hitters couldn't get anything done. But ultimately it came down to the fact that Kansas City had the long ball working for him. Joe Kirkland gave that much needed run support, and they're going to be the player of the game. As Ed Monington, the bot, continues to, for some reason, pitch good to Florida. Box scores. Wheelers Firehawks. This one was won in the top of the 9th as Anchorage ties the records up. They're all locked up at 41-30 in the minor leagues here with Wheelers and the Firehawks. And bottom of the 9th still got on base with a double. So the Firehawks were threatening a tie game. Unable to push Stella Cross as Anchorage wins this one. McIntosh with the win. And Joey Max is going to be your player of the game. Steeds Kingpins. Kingpins win this one 36-35 on the season. So they break the 500. They're over 500 now, I should say. 2 hits for Locke, 2 hits for Hoff, Mint, Vega, and 1 hit wonder. 1 hit wonder is not supposed to do that. That's cheating. You're only supposed to get 1 hit. And 5 hits total for State College. Kitmaker with the loss. Hands, what's that, Joey Hands? Jazz Hands. Duh. Jazz Hands with the win. Jazz Hands, your player of the game. Brew City, once again, is the villain here as they take down the Bots. 47-24 on the season now are the Bears. 8-3 victory here. They get 6 RBIs from Bebe. Bebe doing everything in this one. And actually, Bebe ties the minor league regular season game record for home runs with 3. I put that up at the wrong time. There we go. Special note. So who do you think is the player of the game? Of course, it's going to be Adam Cole Bebe. 3 home runs in 1 game. That's a lock. Dillo's Lemurs, 16-4. Dillo's absolutely killing the Lemurs here, as Greer gets 7 RBIs, 4 RBIs from Murkatek as well. Over on the other side, Louisville got 3 hits from Ozzie Robinson, but Dusty Greer with those 7 RBIs is going to be your player of the game. Gonzalez with the win, Eshram in the third with the loss. Let's go into the champs conference here. Sea Serpents get the win, 7-5, just limping across the finish line of this game as Cancun was putting it on. And you can see they were soundly winning, and then the graph kind of takes a dip there as the Toros were closing that gap, but unable to complete the comeback as we get a couple multiple hit days from Jair Arenado, Johnson, and Bandit Healer. 2 RBI day for Tyler Deathridge in Cancun. Majiro McQueen with the win, Calgo with the loss. Majiro McQueen is your player of the game. Stars Demons. Stars win this 5-4, and close one. Came down to the 9th inning, but Demons unable to tie it. So that's a solid win for Nashville. Is they get everyone swinging the bat well. 3 RBIs for Palindrome on the Detroit side. The 3-4 hitters, and Holden Jam himself a little quiet in the box. Pythagoras gets a loss. De Nunez with the win. Catarina with the save. Mac John, starting pitcher for Nashville, is your player of the game. Nashville always has good starting pitching, it seems. Apex Space Rangers, this is a close one. Apex win 5-3. The visitors above 500 now. 11 hits for Indianapolis. Multiple RBIs from Goldberg. 3 RBIs from Hoy 4 and Lunar Base, but that's irrelevant as they still get the loss. McFlourish goes the complete game, 3 earned run, all 3 earned runs coming from the 9-hole hitter, by the way. But that's still a complete game, and Romeo McFlourish is going to be your player of the game because of that. Rougarou Scorpions. Scorpions squeaked this one out at home, 3-2. Let's see, we got 2 for 4-day and 2 RBIs from Daniel Plainview. New Orleans getting the lone multi-hit day from Murphy Le RBI. Rocket Whiskey gets a loss. Guy Rousey with the win. Ray Xavier gets a save. Guy Rousey is your player of the game. Let's go to the Legends. Legends, Vandals, Sloss. Vandals powers their way through this one with a top of the 8th 4-run performance. 2 RBIs from Danny Burgers, 2 RBIs from McLovin Jr. for Vancouver. Nasty. We got Chris Nasty, Chuck Nasty with the win. Lennon Longpipe with the loss. Chuck Nasty is your player of the game. Raptors, Pathfinders. Raptors winning all stream long, man. Those Raptors are going to be 500 here. They're going to be 500 if they keep playing like this. Yeah, Raptors deal Toronto a loss, getting 11 hits. 3 hits for Tonk Mateau. They've been around. Buffalo, Lunar Base, now in Boise. Tonk Mateau travels and travels well as they were on the road and they had 3 hits, 3 runs. Nathaniel Foote with the loss. Billy the Kid with the win. Guess who gets a hold? And Tonk Mateau, the traveling man, is a player of the game. Voyagers Crabs. Voyagers pull another victory out as they head towards their 50th win of the year. Potentially getting it before the end of the stream even, as we get Martinez Mom Spooner with 2 RBIs. 2 RBIs for Nolan Teague and Mosquitoes and Summerdo in New York. Summerdo Goat Tank gets the win. Pitch Lord with the loss and Jones with the save. Last game of the day, we got Surge shutting out the Outer Banks Aviators 6-0. 2 RBIs from Alau. Razmataz Buckshank with 2 RBIs as well. DW Dog People and JC Tomlin each adding as to that RBI total as well. Not a whole lot going on in Outer Banks as Brigham Irons gets the wins. Paj Boba completes that game, finishes that game off as Joe Kelly gets the loss. Brigham Irons is your player of the game. That is it for this stream. No, I'm kidding. We're still going. You guys aren't that lucky. No, I'm just kidding. We're having fun here. We're going to go to the 29th. We got a quick sim, off day, and then another stream game, and then a quick sim. So we only have one more stream game. So I'm going to go ahead and check box this to the 29th. we got a quick sim day. Aviator Surge. Let's go ahead and quick sim that one. Surge win 11-6 as Bobrist powered them across with 4 RBIs and in a home run. A 2-on home run, a 3 RBI home run. Outer Banks getting some offensive juices flowing. Maybe they'll carry this into tomorrow as they get Eschenbaum, Chuck Jones, Shrimp McDaniel, Xavier Garbanzo, no, Jorge Garbanzo with a RBI as well. Stevie Duke with 2 stolen bases in the losing effort. J.C. Swishman gets the win, their 12th on the year. Sniper King with the loss, their 12th loss of the year. Zen Bobrist, your player of the game. Crabs, Voyagers. Voyagers do hit win number 50 now, but not without a little Crabs fight. Crabs scoring on the top of the 4 runs in the top of the 9th, but the insurance runs earlier in the game kept New York in the W. And Udobunga with 2 RBIs. Everyone kind of contributing there for New York. All the hits, everyone almost getting an RBI. If you didn't get an RBI, you at least got a run. So everyone doing something for New York up and down that lineup. Providence getting a great day from Martinez, Mom Spooner, and another one for Miggs Mayfield, who had a triple in the 9th inning with 3 on. So a bases clearing triple for Miggs Mayfield for Providence to make that game exciting. Taylor Adkins with the win. Jones hold. Crowquell save. Taylor Adkins is your player of the game. Raptors, Pathfinders. Took 10 innings. Pathfinders walk it off. Peter Dawson III in a run-scoring single versus Thornberry. And that was it. Dawson with the single in the bottom of the 10th. Their only RBI of the day. They did have 2 walks as well. They were 2-for-4 with 2 walks, so 6 plate appearances, it looks like. And they walked. They were on in 4 of them. So good day for them. 2 RBIs from Nolan Windsor Jr. Going down to the pitching. We got swinging and a miss with the win. Leroy Wolf gets lost. Won't save. Barker Bubs, player of the game. Vandal Sloss, 12-6. This game was tied going into the 9th inning. But that explosive Vandals offense came through. And yeah, there was 6 runs scored at that top of that 9th. And 3 RBI days for Walker. And 2 RBI days for Becker and Lansdale. San Antonio had a 3 RBI day from Mark Concho, former Mingo. And Rob Littleton with 2 RBIs as well. Cranepool gets a loss. Abbasi with the win and the blown save. Brooks Walker's your player of the game. All right, going down to the Legends. We're going to start over here with Seattle, and the Serpents sweep the Toros at home. Ivy DeVries pitched well in this one, as there was only 5 hits, and that was it. That was it for Cancun, as everyone was contributing. Everyone was contributing here in Seattle. Even Bandit Healer with no hits had an RBI. So Seattle 10-0 routs them. Ivy DeVries with the win. Martini with the loss. Ivy DeVries your player of the game. Apex Space Rangers. Space Rangers get the win 8-5. 15th win on the year. They're trying to get to win number 20 here for Saturday. As Fawn goes 4-for-4. Green Chilaquil Fawn goes 4-for-4 for Lunar Base with 2 RBIs. Big Red Rock Eater and Ozzy as well. Ozzy B with 2 RBIs. Over on the other side, Edward McKinley and the better Callahan with 2 RBIs themselves. Biggest Smithius takes the loss. George Braxton with the win. Rockman the save. Rougarou Scorpions, and Scorpions win this one 12-5. DVS just continues their winning ways, trying to get to win 50 before today is over. 4 RBIs for Bass Reeves. Lon Gnomes with 3 RBIs as well. The 8 and 9 hitter for New Orleans contributing 4 runs, but not enough as Juicy Jumbo gets a loss. Divider Votto gets no decision. It gets taken out at 4 2/3, but Pedro Serrano Jr. comes in and pitches 4 1/3 lights out ball. Bass Reeves, your player of the game. Stars Demons. Stars win this one 7-2. Warren Peace getting the win. 8 hits for Nashville, 6 for Detroit. Poe and Dollarson adding an RBI apiece. If you contribute if you would cut the box score off after the 1 and 2 hitters, you would see a lot. Most of the RBIs here, actually all of them but one. As 3 for Sebastian Ortiz and Palindrome with 2 as well. Pitching wise, War and Peace with the win. Goaty McGoatface gets the loss. Sebastian Otage, player of the game. Minors, let's do it. Minor League Baseball, Swift Steeds, Kingpins, starting at the top. Kingpins. Yes, we love to see our PBers getting their education. And that happens in the minor leagues as well. Kingpins, 4-3 victory in this one. It was close. 1 RBI a day. One hit wonder with 1 hit, 1 RBI. We love to see that. Staying on theme. I don't want to see any more 2-hit days from them. That was very upsetting. Multiple hit days all over. I'm going to graduate soon. That is true. That's right. The school with the kids can't read good. Abner gets the loss. Renji with the win. Osaki Renji is your player of the game, going 5 1/3, only 1 earned run on 73 pitches. Wheeler's Firehawks, both of them locked in at 41 and 31. Anchorage moves ahead, 42 and 30. So Anchorage winning the last 2, moves past Firehawks in the standing. This game was crazy. 28 runs, 30 hits, 4 errors, all by the Firehawks, and maybe you could even point to that as the reason they lost. Pitchers, not a day for pitching. Everyone's getting hits. Everyone's got crooked numbers. Even Jean Jr., the only one without much going on, was on base twice. Everyone getting on base in this one. Everyone's scoring. Surprisingly, only 2 pitchers used by Anchorage, but 10 earned runs between the 2 pitchers. But California would get the loss. Tomato the third with the win. Player of the game, Sammy Parker. Lemurs, Dillos. Lemurs win this one 6-5, a close one. Dillos did score 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th to make it close. Unable to come back, though. 2 RBIs for Firefly Boy. We love him. And Matthews, Bo Matthews with 2 hits and 2 RBIs as well. Louisville getting a beautiful line score from Aaron Judge here. Arson Judge in the majors, Aaron Judge in the minors. 2 for 3, 2 runs, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, batting 306. Aaron Judge also with a 2 RBI home run. Renslow gets the win. Johns with the loss. That's Tom E. Johns with the loss. Aaron Judge, player of the game. Rana's Bears. Will the Bears finally be heroes, or will they continue to be the villain? We'll only find out. And they're the villain. It took them all 9 innings, though. They were playing hero. Bears playing villain in this one. Scoring in the bottom of the 9th to walk this one off. Looks like Craig hit that final run scoring single to push that winning run across. This one was close. A lot of people batting. Everyone at the top of the order having multiple hit days. Bruce City squeaked this one out. Bruin with the win. Durian Craig is your player of the game. Last box score of the 29th. We're going to quick play this, and Kansas City takes the series against the Mingos at home, winning 6-3 in this one. And over at the Center for Kansas City Kids that can't read good, Bookie Metz, who is tied for 6th in the MLB and the minor leagues of stolen bases, but standout performer today, going 4 for 5 with an RBI and a run, with 2 stolen bases. Florida, everyone getting a hit in Florida, but just again, if you're not timing your hits right, sometimes you just get hits and they don't equate to much. But the bats were flying today. Menton with the loss. Sideaway with the win. Duds it to save. Bookie Metz, player of the game. And that's it. We did all those box scores. Save it. We're going to head over to the 30th, which is going to be an off day. Go ahead, check that box. We got 30th off day. Head right into the 31st. Save game. What do we got? We got a little Toronto at Providence prime time. This is a prime time game. Right there. Toronto at Providence. This is a prime time game. Providence has looked better than Toronto, but I would not say, is that even true? Yeah, they have. These teams are really close. They're kind of in that same they're in that same tier right now, right? So um, I don't actually have a favorite. If I had to pick a favorite for this one, it's gonna be the home team. As you can see, a lot of the bats here are a lot of the favored bats are Toronto, and a lot of the pitching favorites are going to be Providence. So there's a lot, you know. Basically, we got the pitching of Providence versus the bats of Toronto. Which one will hold out? The funny thing is, the actual pitching pitcher is Joe Random. They're favored against Wade Williams Jr. But when these two individuals squared off earlier this year, neither one of them were spared anything, as the ERA against each other is pretty. I think what we're going to see is a lot of runs. That's what that says. That says we're going to see like 10 plus runs. I don't know what what do we got for a prediction here? I don't even know. Who will win? Okay. Well, I'm going to say over under 10 runs. I'm taking the over. But who's going to win? I'm just going the Crabs because of the home team. But who knows? This game's even. I mean, look at the lineups. Pretty much 4-5. This is a good primetime game. This is a good primetime game. I think both these teams, neither of them might be playoff bound. We don't know, but certainly they match up well for good baseball. What's going to happen though is I'm going to just step away for just a brief moment. My lips are chapped. My dog needs to be let outside, and I just ran out of fluid to pour down my throat. So, give me just a brief moment. Um, we'll say a minute. No, let's go 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, dog's been let outside, and we're here. we can watch some. We can watch some fake baseball. The dog has been relieved, and now they're just sitting here wanting pets. You're full of dirt, dog. Sit down. You smell like dirt too. You're loved, but yeah. Sorry, WFM. I was just taking a quick break, solo boothing it, and we've been going for about an hour and 45. I just needed to get another refreshment. I'm drinking a Gold Peak unsweetened tea, real brewed tea, unsweetened black tea right now. Ah, the taste of yesterday's cigarettes. I love that. All right, let's go ahead and stream this game. I almost hit stop streaming. It's not what I meant to do. That would have fit today so well. Let's see if Beryl Summers can destroy the Pathfinders. What do you think, WFM? Yeah, I know what would make my dog not smell like dirt. My cologne. Asparagus pee. Thanks, Bazooka Joe. As much as I hate Bazooka Joe, I do miss him. I still hate him, though. All right, let's start this one. Wade Williams Jr. winds up, throws a pitch, and it's going to be hit by Nolan Windsor Jr. into the outfield. That's a double to start the... Well, is that a double or a mishandled ball by Mom Spoona? Looks like it's going to be given an error. So a single and an error, and then almost a passed ball. But collected. Providence is collecting themselves. 1 out, runner on second. See if Wade Williams can get out of this jam. Runner advances to third. Peter Dawson, the productive out there. Austin Webb hits it to the first baseman. Pitcher is covering. Wade Williams Jr. able to get to the bag. So, runner on second, no outs. Toronto unable to capitalize. We got Beryl Summers swinging the bat now, and they get, it looks like a hit with the ball, but it was actually a sinker, ball 4, just on the outside. So a walk, followed by a single, has Providence threatening. Runner on first and second. Paulo Zalewski, the left fielder, with 10 home runs, second on the team in home runs. Swinging now, and they strike out. That one was right on the outside edge. Now we're going to have bases loaded. Jackson Love walks. Martinez Mom Spoona steps in, swing and a miss. And then Cassius Considerations able to make Providence take advantage of the situation. You know, it looked for like a minute Joe Random was going to get out of that situation. And then another run comes across. Is now everyone that was on base gets home. 4-0 Providence. Thanks to Seymour Balt, and it's not ending. They're still going. They're going to be up 5-0 here on the Miggs Mayfield single. Hurry Quake, the catcher at the bat. Hurry Quake gets some good wood on it. This is going to be caught out center by Chase Hunter. All right, down by 5. Toronto's got their work cut out for him in this one. Wade Williams Jr. pitching with the largest lead he's had all year. I don't actually know that. I'm just guessing. His ERA drops to 3.57 with that out. And 1-2-3 goes Wade Williams. And then, boom, Beryl Summers gets hit. I thought they got hit in their first at-bat, but it was a walk. And now they do get hit. This is the Call Your Shot stream, by the way. And we've been calling home runs all stream long. Grill Traveler gets on base. So runner on first and second. Providence threatening again. That's an important out there, but both runners are going to advance in the wild pitch into scoring position. Jackson Love with an opportunity strikes out. So 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Martinez Mom Spoona rips one down the line, picked up by Peter Dawson the third. He's flashing some leather there. We're going to get a unassisted out. Mikey Hinckley Jr. still down by 5, starting him off with a hit. Mikey Hinckley Jr. played in Seattle, played in New Orleans, now in Toronto. Yeah, they're going to start off no outs, runner in scoring position now for Toronto. And that one's hit high, deep, caught in left field. Paulo Zalewski gets underneath it. Runner does not advance. Nolan Windsor, that will see the runner advance. The ball falls over the shoulder of the catcher. Now runners on the corner, 1 out. We're going to see Rodrigo Wallach with an opportunity. Rodrigo Wallach does not get the bat off his shoulders. Down he goes, 4 pitches. Peter Dawson the third flings one out to left field. It's got a little too much underneath it, though, as Zalewski's able to track it down. Cassie's considerations goes down swinging. Seymour Baltz at the plate, one out. Seymour Baltz hits it through the diving first and second baseman. Squeaks into right field. Runner on first, one out for Miggs Mayfield. The second baseman squeaks it between the shortstop and second baseman now. Runner on first and second, one out. Hurry Quake, batting 156, increases the average and gets rid of the snowflake off their name, I'd assume. They do. Beryl Summers hits one to left field, deep enough to score a run, no. But we've seen Providence take advantage with 2 outs before. Grail Traveler walks. Yep, the two out heroes today for the Crabs. Paulo Zalewski watches that one. Strike 3. So they'll only score 1 run there. But their lead now increases to 6. Toronto's got to start putting some runs across the plate if they want to get back into this one. And Austin Webb's going to hit one to the wall. And that's going to be a triple. Lead-off triple for Austin Webb. And if you're Toronto, that's what you need. Down by 6. Jordan Love hits one to right. Is that enough to score a run? Yes. Okay, so we're only in the top of the 4th. If they can start pecking away at the lead, they can come back and win this one. We're going to swinging third strike. Yeah, that's not happening. Hurry Quake says, I might only bat 159, but I'm a pretty outstanding defender, winning a Gold Glove last year. You're not going to get a drop third strike opportunity for me. Wade Sims Jr. get out of that one with only the 1 run for the leadoff triple. Martinez Momspuna with 1 out. Swings. 6-3 put out. Cassius considerations. Shortstop. Swings. Second baseman picks it up. Ryan Dinga throws it over to Peter Dawson the third. That's 3 outs. We're into the top of the 5th. Mikey Hinckley on base for the 2nd time today. Ryan Dinger hits one between the legs of Seymour Baltz. We got a runner on first and second. No outs. Toronto threatening. And that is going to be over the head of the right fielder. They're going to score 1. They're going to score 2. That's going to be a triple for Nolan Winson Jr., the 2nd triple that we've seen from the Pathfinders today. That's 2 triples in this one. The lead is down to 3. Austin Webb unable to capitalize on the runner at third. So Providence still up by 3. Seymour Baltz swings, puts it into the outfield. So they're going to try to get those runs back right away. Miggs Mayfield swings and misses on that curve, 71-mile-an-hour curveball. And then Hurry Quake, 2nd hit today. Hurry Quake's typically not somebody you'd expect to have a multi-hit day, but here they are with 2 hits. Beryl Summers with an opportunity. Hits one to the second baseman, and that is going to be a double play. So Providence unable to get more runs across, but that's okay. They said we still got a 3-run advantage. And we still got Wade Sims Jr. out there. And Wade Sims Jr. is pitching good. Real good, they said. So we're going to leave him out there for this whole inning. Wade Sims Jr. threw 6 innings. And only the 3 earned runs. Grail Traveler back up. Grail Traveler puts it into the grass. Crabs still trying to get those 3 runs they gave up back. It's not going to come off that swing. Paulo Zalewski out. Jackson Love hits it to the first baseman. First baseman just stands on the bag and throws it to second, but the force out is not applied anymore. So Grail Traveler able to stay on second. And Martinez on Swooner with a hit, but apparently they're not going to try to score. And Cassius consideration walks. All right, we have seen 2 outs, bases loaded from the Crabs multiple times today. And they seem to always take advantage of it. Here they do not. Mikey Hinckley on base twice today, not getting on base there. Ryan Dinger up the middle. So 1 out for Toronto. Crabtree Crunch comes in and throws it over the shoulder of Hurry Quake. Runner in scoring position, 1 out for Winson Jr. Winson Jr. hits at the shortstop. That's going to be a 6-3 put out, 2 outs. Runner on third for Crabtree Crunch. They are not going to score. 4-3 put out here. And Toronto is held to a 0 in that half of the inning yet again. Miggs Mayfield pushes one out to the outfield. Easily put away by Chase Hunter. Hurry Quake, multiple hit day already, and this is their third hit of the day, and they're going to get a double. Hurry Quake batting 162. You're not, unlikely to be the one you'd expect to have multiple hits. But here they are, standing at third after 3 hits today. And this one's hit high and deep by Grail Traveler. That's over the wall. Home run by Grail Traveler. 2 RBIs, 8-3. We have 11 runs. That over under 10 runs holding true. And that's going to be a hit to the outfield by Paulo Zalewski. Put away, but not before the Crabs get 2 runs back. Their bullpen's going to have to hold it together, though. And it looks like they might, as Krabs and Crunch is out here dealing. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. We got Jordan Love at the plate, and he's going to hit one to the shortstop. That's 6-3 put out. 1, 2, 3 go the Pathfinder. They're down to their final 3 outs, needing 5 runs if the Crabs don't score yet again. Martinez Spuna at the plate. Hits one to the outfield. That's down to the grass, so Crabs with the base runner here. Cassius Considerations stepping up. Cassius Considerations stands there and watches Spuna put himself into a scoring position. And then a dropped third strike. Runner doesn't try to advance from second. Wallach throws him out, and then we get a little duper, little pop-up duper there to the second baseman. That's put away. That's 3 outs. We're into the top of the 9th. 3 more outs left in this one if Toronto cannot tie it up. 2 more outs. 3 straight pitches. Crafty Crunch gets them. Here comes the 4th pitch in the at-bats. Strike 3. Bottom of the zone circle change. Perfectly placed. Second pitch. This one's put into play. Caught by Paulo Zalewski. And the Providence Crabs win this prime-time game with 11 runs. Excellent performance by the Crabs. Timely hitting multiple times, getting bases loaded scenarios with no outs. Getting 2 outs, and just when you think they're not going to capitalize on a bases loaded scenario, they do. Really, the top of the bottom of the first, those 5 runs were all they needed. But Toronto did make a little comeback there in the 5th inning. I just want to call out Hurry Quake here with a 3-for-4 day. They don't have a lot of great days at the plate, but this was one of them. Grail Traveler with that that home run there in was at the 8th in the 7th inning. That one kind of felt like it put the game away. Sockett even said GG's goodbye money at some point, I think, during that home run. Multiple hit days by Windsor Jr., Hinckley, and Dinger as well for Toronto. Loss goes to Joe Random. Wade Sliams Jr. with a quality outing, going 6 1/3 with 3 earned runs, 3.66 ERA. Grill Travelers, your player of the game. Legends box scores, Vandals, Voyagers. Some of the top teams in the Legends facing off here. Vandals able to get it in the top of the 11th as the away team. Dusty Becker hitting the run-scoring double off of Whitman is what it came down to. Brian Payne with 3-for-5 day for New York with 2 RBIs, but that wasn't enough. Whitman gets the loss, Abbasi with the blown save, but then gets the win as Kidd gets the save. Dustin Becker, good old Dusty Becker, player of the game. Sloths, Aviators, Sloths and Aviators here. We see the Sloths win. Sloths continuing to jockey in for that wild card slot. Trying to cement their position here as we head into the end of the 3rd week of streaming. This one 7-5. Aviators were mounting a little bit of a comeback there in the bottom of the 9th, but ultimately fell short. Tatum with the win. Robodib with the save. Lanky Schramm gets the loss. Johnny Tatum, your player of the game. Raptors Surge. So the Raptors beat the Surge in a home series earlier in the stream. Here they lose this series as the Surge does indeed whack them 12-1. 5 RBI day from Sting Eucliffe in Buffalo and a 3 RBI day from Kerry Kelly. No one really doing a whole lot for Boise. PKVS with the loss. Femi Namanon gets the win. It's Me Mio is your player of the game. And It's Me Mio with 5 stolen bases. So we've seen this on multiple occasions today. This is the second time we've had 5 stolen bases in a game. So congratulations to Mio, tying the Buffalo regular season game record for stolen bases. Going down to the champs. We're going to start off with a little extra innings walk-off baseball as the better Callahan hit a solo shot off of Bandit Keith in the bottom of the 10th. And that's what it took. That's what it took to win this one. As Indianapolis wins on that solo shot. 2 RBI day from Rosenthal. We had 3 for 5 day from Montalban on the other side. 2 RBIs from Launch Angle. Blown save goes to Xavier. Keith gets the loss, giving up that solo shot. Lovehammer with the win. Maurice Bernard's your player of the game. Toros Stars. Toros Stars. 8-3. 8-3 Toros. And who did it? Well, Scotty Sterling continues their really good stream. So the one game they were on stream, they didn't do a whole lot. But when you go through the box scores, they're constantly putting up multiple RBIs, multiple hits. Nashville side, Munson goes 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Going on to the pitching, Zach Mulder gets the loss. Benico with the win. Cotswold with the save. Scotty Sterling, player of the game. Rougarou's Demons. Let's see what happens here. Jefferson Suplex gets no hits in this one. Let's see. Batting stats. Doubles. So they're chasing what? They're chasing the 500. Is that what we're looking for here with the doubles? I'm not sure. But no doubles for Steelflex yet. And no one really getting a bunch of hits here. Detroit didn't really get a ton going either. And that's why. So Detroit actually hit a lot better. 9 hits. They just didn't push across their runs. So timely hitting from Nola sees Westbrook getting the win, Eatable with the save, and Belfort with the loss. Strider, your player of the game in this one. Last Major League game of July 31st, we got the Serpents taking down the Space Rangers 9-2. Pee Wee Rise going 3 for 4 with a double and a home run. So excellent day from them. Jim Hawkins adding 3 home runs and Arenado with 3 RBIs, and Arenado with 2 RBIs as well. The lone RBI, 2 RBIs coming for Lunar Base came from Car Crash and Hoy 4. Hoy 4 has had a good end to the stream here. One more little bit left, but they've been doing well the last 2 games. Peter Rise, your player of the game, as Cash gets a win, Iceman gets the loss. Down to the minors. Wheelers, Ranas, Wheelers play villain, beating the bots. We don't like that. Frogs, go Frogs. I'm telling you, the last heroes were the Hepcats, losing to the Ranas. Here, Bruce City sweeped them, and now Wheeler's trying to sweep them as well. Only winning this one 2-0. The 2 RBIs coming from D. Fernandez on a 1-on home run. So 2 RBI home run from D. Fernandez, the only meaningful hit in this game. Period. Scud Muffin pitches another absolute gem. Scud Muffin has just been a lights-out pitcher this year. 2.56 ERA. We saw them on stream, and they pitched so well. Firehawks Swift Steed 7-2. Final in 11 innings. This went to the 11th inning, but after that, 5 runs put on. Firehawks didn't want to go to 12. That's for sure. 3 RBIs from Tanyan, Maverick Tanyan. And then he had a 1 RBI sandwich around him with Harris and Joachim Jr. with 1 RBI apiece. State College getting their RBIs from Matthew T. Braun and Paddington Von Pippington, the third baseman. He's an RBI as well. Blown save goes to Justice, and the loss, double negative, does not make a positive. Crash the win. Krabby Pebbles, player of the game. Hepcats beat the Dillos 11-9, and they needed every run in this one, as there was 20 total, and they only won by 2 runs. It looks like that top of the 8th, 4 runs. They probably felt pretty good going to the bottom of the 8th, and they probably felt pretty scared as that inning played out, I would imagine. Just everyone getting RBIs. I mean, I guess it would be easier to call it to people who didn't get an RBI, but Yeah, even the people that didn't get RBIs got runs. So there you go. I guess Marcus Odatop, the only one that can't really say he got on base with a walk. But yeah, everyone doing stuff. This game had a lot of action. We'd still be streaming. We'd be streaming into next week if we watch this one. Elijah Miller with the win. O'Cologne with the loss. Lestat line courts, the player of the game in the losing effort. And see Mingo's Bears, battle of two of the best. And Mingo's take down the Bears here, finding a groove. Kingdom found a groove. As 3 RBIs from Jimmy Lumber. Jimmy Lumber hitting for Florida, hitting well. And 1 RBI from Jay for Bruce City. Pitching, only 3 pitchers used total. Everyone pitched pretty well. Obviously, Crabula with the 4 earned run. Took the loss there, but didn't even pitch that bad, really. As just no bat support. Animal Kingdom player of the game. Kingpins Lemurs, last game of the day, and the Kingpins win this one 4-0, shutting out Louisville. No one, 5 hits in Louisville, but no one getting anything going when they needed to. Chicago on the other side getting a 3 for 5, 1 RBI day from the JD Pants. The old JD Pants, the Pants Man. Pants Man doing well. Not getting pantsed here, though, as he did well. J.M. Hendry is going 7 2/3, no earned run. J.M. Hendry's your player of the game because of that. Erickson with the loss. That's it. That's it. That's it for the 31st. Which means we have to move into August. Let me see here. So we got 0-1 August. This is our last game, last thing of the day, and it's all quick sim. So that's it. We're quick simming. We're gonna hit that. File save. We got a full slate of quick sim games. Oh yeah. Let's start in the minors. We'll start on the minors and work our way up. Or should I just do minors, majors, minors, majors? No, I'm kidding. I won't do that. That's terrible. Yeah. Yeah, I can't unsave, unfortunately. You know, you weren't here earlier, Dame, but I did have to force quit. I don't know. So let's start. Let's see how the stream started. One, I had the stream set up ready to go 15 minutes beforehand. Yeah, unfortunately, even with the saves now, I can't even hard reboot. I could go back in time. I could, yeah, but let's see. What did the stream start off with? Start off when no one could hear anything. The frames were, it wasn't streaming well. So okay, stop the stream, restart my computer, restart the stream. And then was that the next? And then something else happened. Maybe that was. Then I go on the stream, and there's the gray bar across the bottom of the game, and I can't get the gray bar to go away. I try to quit and leave, but I can't figure it out. Enoch tried to help me, but it was a little too late. I already hard quit. Poe had the only thing that happened at that point is Poe had a double. Poe said, "You're not my friend anymore." I had a double. This is terrible. I restart the stream. I said, "Don't worry, you're going to hit a home run." First thing he does is hit a home run. Okay, so I rectified that situation, I guess, from Poe's point of view. Obviously, New Orleans probably, from their point of view, I ruined it. Something else happened. I can't remember. Yeah, neither here nor there. Yeah, neither here nor there. But it was terrible. Terrible technical difficulty. And it's funny because Dame just told, Dame put it out there. Hey, guys, check your setups. Make sure when you sit down, we really appreciate you guys doing this, but make sure you're good to go. And I thought I was good to go. I got in early, made sure the OBS was up, all these things were working. Didn't matter. It never matters. Rana's Wheelers. Wheelers win. You guys are evil. How dare you beat the Ranas? You're terrible. Puerto Rico picks up the L. I think Wheelers get the L for getting the W. That's what I think. 2 RBIs from Parker. Kingman with the win. And Jinx Kingman, player of the game, going 7 1/3, 2 earned runs. Anchorage, you're mean. Hepcats Dillos, and the Hepcats end this stream with a win, 5-1. EA Nasir with the win. In top form. Let's see. 2 hits for Mets Justice, named later in double neck. 3 hits for Perez over on the other side. No multi-hit days, but a RBI from our favorite man, the Firefly Boy. Went with the loss. EA Nasir gets the win, going 6 innings, 1 earned run, 93 pitch. That's a quality start for them. Bears Mingos. Mingos win this one in 14 innings. Oh, this game just kept going. This game didn't stop. 25 hits. That's a lot of innings. That's a lot of innings. Baseball there. Florida able to pull it out in the bottom of the 14th. Who was it? That was Esteban Santos Garcia getting on by an error, and then the shortstop driving. They drove home. That's not fair. If they're using vehicles, I'm protesting this one. Let's see what happened. I know driving or running is probably what it said. It reached on error, and then Fortune scores. So an E6 ground ball error. And fly out. So single, fly out, fly out. So now there's 2 outs. Runner from second tags up at third. So 2 outs, and then an error from the shortstop was how they won this one. That's terrible. That's terrible. But, yeah, that's why you put the ball in play. You make the defense make the play. And unfortunately, in this one, it looks like they had the backup shortstop in after Gifa Doom was taken out at some point. So 14 innings, you had some pinch hitters come in. Now you're playing the less defensively abled shortstop, and that's what it leads to. That's what it led to, I guess. It doesn't always lead to that, but it did here, as Stu Macher is your player of the game. Interesting game there as Firehawk Swift Steeds. And this one goes to extra. Look at that. The Swift Steeds score. Look at that graph. Swift Steeds needed 2 runs in the 8th, 1 run in the 9th to tie it up, and then the run of the 10th as Rule hit a run-scoring single off of the bot pitcher to win it. 2 for 6 day with 2 runs from Rule. Obviously the hero here. Then the T-Yerd Ferguson going 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Over on the other side, multiple hit days from the 1-2-3 hitter for California. And they had this game in hand until the last 3 innings as State College walks it off. Stell is your player of the game. Last minor league game of the stream. We got Kingpins Lemurs. Kingpins win this one 7-1. 27 hits total, but Lemurs with all those hits could only plate 1, and the one person who plated the run didn't get a hit. Ozzie Robinson. So Ozzie Robinson, no hits, but scores the only run. Meanwhile, there's 10 hits scored. Over on this side, though, Dave. Look what Dave did. 2 for 5 Dave with a run and 4 RBIs. Way to go, Dave. We love Dave. Dave, 2 RBI home run. Double with 2 on and 2 outs. Just timely hitting from Dave. Von Kautz, 4 2/3 starting. Manzer, the other side, gets the loss, going 6 2/3 with 4 earned runs. Dave is your player of the game. Way to go, Dave. Champs. Rougarous Demons. Demons win 6-0, going 49, almost getting to 50 wins. We'll likely see them at 50 wins next stream. 6-0. Or excuse me, 6-0. They win this one. The graph was just kind of a slow bleed for Detroit, as you can see. As the game went on, they just kept piling on runs. 2 RBI day from Dazin Guile. And 3 for 4 day for the losing effort for AJ Boucher. Jackson with the loss. Mulligan with the win. Hercules Mulligan, player of the game. Sea Serpents get their 45th win as they beat up on the Space Rangers 5-0. 3 for 4 day from Zach Johnson, the third with 2 RBIs, 2 RBIs for pass. A couple of single hit days up and down the lunar based lineup, but nothing meaningful. Yetef with the loss. Arya Blue Sky goes a full 9 innings shutout here, giving up only 6 wins. And Arya Blue Sky, player of the game. Seattle really putting on some pitching performances today on this stream. Scorpions Apex. Scorpions win 5-0, shutting out the Apex. 2 shutouts back to back was what we're seeing. Apex not able to plate any runs, but multiple hit days from Edward McKinley and Chef Gagne. Death Valley, on the other hand, getting a couple of multi-RBI days from Smalls and Flamingo. Home runs from Ted Giannalis as well, adding onto the score. Xavier Pruitt with the win. The cool, calm chicken with the loss. Xavier Pruitt's your player of the game, going 8 1/3. No earned runs. I would have left him in. Let's get that complete game. Toro Stars. Stars win this one 3-1 in a closer game. Oh, I just sneezed. I just sneezed so hard my nose is on my shirt. All right. Start. It's Dave is amazing. Yeah, I'm not a GM anymore for lotteries. I'm terrible. Stars Toros 3-1. Yeah, that sneeze was something else. Kind of woke me up a little bit. I'm not lulling to sleep by box scores here. Certainly not. 3-1 Stars. What happened here? Smirnoff run scoring single off of Usada Pecora in the bottom of the 7th was the insurance run they needed. 2 RBIs from Palindrome. A single RBI from Menji Brolina. Kelvin Ball's going to get the win. Ryan Lee gets the loss. Kelvin Ball went 6 2/3, no earned run. Absolute quality outing from him as your player of the game. Look at that, 4 more games. We're going to start with the Raptors and Surge. Surge have won the last 2 in this series. They're going for the sweep. They've already won the series. Now, they lost the series in Boise, but they did not get swept. And they sweep Boise here 14-3. Absolutely unnecessary. But they're saying, hey, we got to get to the playoffs, man. Their 40th win, 18-hit performance from Buffalo. Look at that 3 RBI day from Kerry Kelly. Who said the Sim hates him now? Sim loves him. 2 RBIs for Manny Lau and 2 RBIs from DW Dog Maple. And then we got Hidari with 2 RBIs as well. Going out of the line score, Kobe Coffin with the win. Siduk with the loss. DW Dog Maple is your player of the game. Incredible performance from Kaufman, though. 8 innings, only 3 earned runs. That's a quality start. Their ERA is getting solidified under 4. Yeah, this is a good one. I'm excited. We're going to wait to see that one. Sloths Aviators. Aviators win this one. Pull one out, stealing one from the Sloths. 6-5, 12 hits. Everything was very similar in this box score, except the runs. The Aviators got 1 more. And why 1 more? Well, that's because Jerry Mander for San Antonio got a single in the top of the 9th, but they were not able to score. They were not able to plate Mander across after that. 2 RBIs from Duke and Trent McDaniel for Outer Banks. Emil gets the loss. Voss with the blown save, but gets the win. Holiday gets the save. Trent McDaniel, your player of the game. Pathfinder's Krabs is a good one again, and Krabs put it on. They put their foot on the gas. 15-3 in this one. Grail Traveler, who was excellent yesterday, is excellent in this series now as they go 3 for 5, 3 runs and 3 RBIs. They had a wonderful double here. There was no home runs in this game for Providence, and they still put up, what was that? 15 runs. 15 runs, not a single home run. So just stringing together hit after hit after hit. Yeah, Aviators have won. Hurry Quake. Well, Hurry Quake did get three hits in that one game, though. All right, so they've bought themselves a little bit. They're into the positive. All right, they're okay with getting 0 here. The important thing is you don't see any stolen bases here because Hurry Quake locks that down. 2 hits for Rodrigo Wallach, 3 RBI a day from, is that Jackson or Jordan? That's Jordan Love. And Lucas Winalito, Matt Stroh would say that's a Disney song. I don't know what he's talking about, but he gets the loss. Fritz Jansen with the win. Cassie's considerations your player of the game, but we got 1 more game. Vandals Voyagers. Oh, God. I almost would have loved to stream it, but they would have yelled at me. Vandals Voyagers, here we go. 3-2. What an excellent... these 2 teams are really providing some quality games. If they meet in the playoffs, it's going to be really fun to watch. 3-2. Look at that. 1 run in the 4th, 1 run in the 7th. Vandals lineup was contained to only 4 hits. I think that's the most impressive part of all this. The bottom of the 7th obviously being very important for the Voyagers. as Tanaka, excuse me, hit a run-scoring double off of Max Velo, or V3 low, however you want to say it. Yeah, but only the 4 runs here. I mean, Brooks Walker had a good day, a lot of crooked numbers, but ultimately it comes down to Utabonga getting on base twice. Excuse me, I was looking at the wrong column. It comes down to Sumadog with the 2 RBIs, 2 hits, and Tanaka with that, what I would assume, the lead changing double there, or yeah, run scoring double. So pretty incredible stuff. Jones with the win. Holly Sheik gets the loss. Joey Moose Jr. is your player of the game, 1 6 1/3 and 1 earned run. And that is that. That's it. That's August 1st. That's all I'm allowed to do. Let's see. Yep, August 1st. I was told not to do anything else. I asked if I should quick send the rest of the season. They said no. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start that upload because we all know that takes a minute. We're gonna get that going. We're gonna get an error that pops up. Then I'm gonna hit OK, and then it'll continue to go, or maybe not. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Our favorite friend, the error. Oh, you said yes. Darn it! Well, I already started the upload. I guess you know what? Next time we'll quick send the season. Next time. Oh, the unsweetened tea grind. The unsweetened tea grind's good. No, thanks for hanging out, Poe. Sorry I took away that double from you. I'll never be forgiven. I know. MJ, thanks for hanging out. MJ's always the first in, last out. There's like Death Taxes and MJ9230 being the first thing to say, first one to say hello on stream on Thursdays. I don't know how many of the other streams you catch. I don't. I'm usually late to those ones because they're always when I'm working. Saturdays I don't work. Saturday I got a thing that I'm doing. I'm playing this game called Twilight Imperiums. It's a board game. I don't. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I do work. I'm working for. As a matter of fact, I'm working this week and I'm not getting a paycheck that I'm supposed to get. So that's just how that goes. Government shutdown. Nothing political about it. Just the facts. The government shut down. I'm not getting paid. Yeah. Oh yeah, but don't worry. Don't worry. I'm at work. I'm still working. Keeping safety of flight, man. Say human safety or whatever. So they listen. I don't mind. I would rather. It's comforting to know that I'm valued enough that I have to work without pay. I'll get paid. It's fine. This happens. Well, Neller is the breadwinner. Yeah, no comment. Yeah, no comment. I do work without pay here too. The difference is you guys are cool. You guys are amazing. Yeah, I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. I pack all my work hours in the first half of my week, and then today I go to school like Billy Madison. I show up, the backpack on, all gray hair and shit. And then I sit in the front row with my gray hair, all the cool kids sitting back. It makes it harder to cheat on them, but whatever happened to good old fashioned cheating? Kids these days, you used to look at the answers on their sheet, and now they just they're chat GPTing all their answers, and you're like, really? So I let them chat GPT it, and I just click what they're doing. I'm an old fashioned cheater. Go to the can I go to the bathroom? Unfolding the paper towel, all the answers are written in there. I am 32, but I have a lot of gray hair. My first gray hairs popped in at 16. So I'm full on salt and pepper at 32. Oh, I got grays in the beard too. Yeah, nothing wrong with gray hair. That's right. They say it's wisdom. I think it's lack of pigmentation, but what do I know? No, my whole family's got this gray hair thing. So my aunt has like the Cruella de Vil, but naturally she's got that gray streak down. I do ask for the senior discount on the college campus. I could. I do not wear sunscreen. I go out in the sun and I just let it rip. I'm gonna look like a leathered. I'm gonna look like a Baldur's Gate 3 backpack here. I'm gonna be walking around like a Baldur's Gate 3 backpack in a couple of weeks. Well, depends. I don't always wear. A lot of what I do is in air conditioned shelters as well. But I do spend some decent time outside. It's nice this time of the year. We got through the Arizona summer. Well, yeah, I just never been a sunscreen person. I don't know. I do have a big hat though, not like one of those. I know it ain't great. It ain't cool. I don't think I want skin cancer. That would not be cool. But I have a big, like a big wide brimmed hat. You know, something like you'd wear on Gilligan's Island. I wear one of those, so my face and neck is all protected. The adventurer's hat to go with my leathered face. My Baldur's Gate 3 adventurer's hat with my leathered backpack skin. Yeah, that's how it goes. I have played Baldur's Gate 3, the opening, several times, but who's your husbando? I haven't got to the point where I've courted anyone. So I played the early access game when they only had like the first act, and then I keep wanting to do a run. I had a friend that was gonna do it with me, but he ended up doing it with his girlfriend, and he did like a 300-hour run with her, or whatever it was, and then decided that I didn't need to. He didn't feel like playing it anymore. So once he didn't want to play anymore, I kind of just I don't have a ton of video game friends. I got like a couple of people. Carlock, what's Carlock? Fiery Tiefling Companion. Okay. Interesting. Oh, if it has an infernal engine in her chest, it's slowly killing her. Oh, whoa. What's going on, Lone Star? Lone Star SW, welcome in. Or if you've been here, good to hear from you. We are uploading. And I just realized something. I get to try to raid. I have been giving raid. We can raid Laptop Hound once this is done. All right. I just wanted to see if it works. Restart the stream. I've already done that twice. I've done that twice today. I did an actual restart of the stream, and then I had to hard quit the game and come back into it. So that's like 2 restarts in different ways. That was rough. That was a rough stream, technical wise. But as always, you guys always make it great. I love getting to hang out with. I like to hang out with everyone. That's true. 25 TPE pending for Lone Star. Oh, Nikki Vaseline. All right. Well, you pitch so nasty, I call you the Nasty Vaseline. All right. So we got Chuck Nasty, who's a pitcher, and we get that. He pitches pretty well. But Nikki Vaseline, yeah, we saw you a couple of times. You were mentioned a few times in the box score today. You're one of my favorites. One of my favorite names. I like that you're clearly indicating that you cheat by putting ointment on your ball before you throw it. To get that extra spin, or create that strange knuckleball type movement. So you would think Vaseline would be the greatest, but like, what do I know? Maybe your grip strength is so intense. Yeah, but maybe you could get like a nice knuckleball type action off it. It slides off the bat, yeah. Or yeah, maybe for a knuckler. Yeah, it would be astronomically bad for a spin rate. It would. That wouldn't be good. That would not be good. Yeah, I mean, if I had, I mean, pine tar was obviously always a good go-to. Um, but you know what I'm gonna use. I don't know. I'll use if I was gonna make a ball increase its spin rate, what would I put on my hand? What ointment would do that the best? I'm thinking like melted Skittle juice. All right, it's gonna be sticky, colorful, smell good. That's what we're using. We're using melted Skittle juice. This is done. We're gonna go ahead and do the upload here. I always got to find the channel for that. It's always, you know, nothing can ever just be easy. Here we go. All right, we are doing an upload of the index. Let's go, while that's uploading, let's look at the standings. Oh, the clear Skittles? What's a clear Skittle? Oh, yeah, did your daughter miraculously get better? Joke of pack sand. What are you doing here? No, I'm just kidding. No, I've never had the mystery Skittle. That's crazy. Nah, wife is home. All right, well, yeah, Joe's daughter was not feeling well today, which is why he was not able to get on here and wag his jaw around. But 101-degree temperature, yeah, that's a miserable child right there. I'm sorry. I remember being a kid with 101-degree fever. I haven't had a fever in ages, though. I don't even know the last time I was sick with a fever, but I do remember how miserable you were as a kid, but how awesome it was watching cartoons, drinking Sprite, feeling miserable. Yeah, let's see. Watching Paw Patrol, that's the move. Yeah, a little bit of cartoons. Oh man, especially if you get out of school. Oh, that's the best. That's the best. No 50-win teams yet in the champions. We're going to see one, though. We're going to see one Saturday. At least one. Probably two. Maybe three. We already got a couple of 50-win teams in the Legends. Now, you can say, yeah, but, you know, they don't have the competition there. You know, get the Boise. But, you know, yeah, you got Lunar Base over here. So I think things are just kind of even. You got three pretty even things going on here. Three pretty even things going on here. You know, the Apex at 500, they're not bad. They got to do some. They got to do some catching up on those Toros though. And it does look like the index is uploaded. So yeah, it is accurate and uploaded, and I am going to go ahead and raid Laptop Hound. Let's see if we can do this. How do I do this here? All right, we got Laptop Hound all lowercase. So we're gonna go /raid Laptop Hound. Okay, well, I want to thank you guys for joining in. Let's go say hello to Laptop Hound. Just because, you know, he deserves it. He's a good guy. Thank you guys for joining. Have a great evening, and we'll see you guys all soon. I may or may not be on here next week. I'm supposed to go on vacation, but I can't go on vacation if I'm forced to be at work. So we'll see. Later.